Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
I hope my audio, video, and the screen is visible. There is no technical issue.
Yes, sir.
Yes. चलो then बताओ आपका कैसे चल रहा है प्रिपरेशन एसबीआर का। कब है एग्जाम? डेट याद है ना?
हाँ सर, बहुत मेहनत कर रहे हैं, फिर भी कॉन्फिडेंस आ नहीं रहा है क्या बता के।
आ नहीं रहा है कॉन्फिडेंस। ये रिवीजन
मतलब
मैराथन अटेंड करो, सारा कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा।
हाँ, इसलिए मैं मतलब फास्ट में रात में कितने 4 बजे सोया हूँ, लेकिन मैं उठा हूँ। मम्मी को बोला कैसे भी उठाना, मुझे लेक्चर देखना है।
अरे नहीं बाबा, आराम से सो, नींद बराबर से लो। यस और यू हैव टू गिव रेस्ट टू दिस। ये मशीन है।
फास्ट
पूरा
है ना,
दिन
तो सुबह
चलाओगे तो
में
ठंडा नहीं
नहीं,
होगा, बाद में
सुबह
एग्जाम में
सुबह में
गर्म होगा
सोता
तो
हूँ।
चलेगा ही नहीं वो। Others, what do you think? Yes or no in the chat box? Rakesh Kumar, I'm not audible with. You're speaking, you're not audible. Bhumika, Kirtana, Neha. Many had messaged me कि sir, when will the prediction video be out? Sir, revision marathon कब होगा? इतने सारे स्टूडेंट ने मैसेज किया, अभी तक आया नहीं है। सुबह सुबह है ना? हाँ। आशिका, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। अरे इसको ठंडा रखो थोड़ा। जितना ठंडा रखोगे ना, उतना ज्यादा काम करेगा एग्जाम में ये। बिलीव मी। एंड इट्स वेरी इजी टू पास एसबीआर। इट्स नॉट कि कोई रॉकेट साइंस है। अटेंड दिस रिवीजन मैराथन। आई विल ट्राई टू कवर इन डिटेल। यस। कौन सा टॉपिक्स में डर लगता है आपको, बता दो पहले मेरे को। द टॉपिक्स विच यू फील सर इट्स वेरी टफ सर, डिफिकल्ट।
हेजिंग हेजिंग।
Hedging, okay, hedging, financial instrument will do tomorrow. Financial, okay, financial instruments, okay, I'll make financial instrument easy, believe me. वो कल करेंगे, not today. Today we'll do IFRS 16, leases, revenue, and then your और क्या बोला मैंने, शेयर बेस्ड पेमेंट, नो IAS 19 आई थिंक सो, एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट एंड IFRS 8 ऑपरेटिंग सेगमेंट। फाइनेंशियल इंस्ट्रूमेंट की हेजिंग पार्ट, बिलीव मी जितना मैं बोलता हूँ उतना करके जाओ, इट्स सफिशिएंट। डू नॉट थिंक अ लॉट when coming to hedging. Let's say in a basic class, regular class also, we discuss the topic for 5 to 6 hours, but you can understand the topic in 20 minutes also if you understand how it is tested in SBR. Let's say a question come for 4 marks or 5 marks. Remember three sentences, know how the difference is calculated, record it, done. ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड नहीं करना. It's not that the examiner will give a 10 to 12 mark question on hedging. Understand that. If your EFM is clear, you have good FM base, then hedging will be easy. If not, no issues. Chalo then everyone. Then let us start with the revision. खाली फाइनेंशियल इंस्ट्रूमेंट में डर है. कंसोलिडेशन. Yes everyone. What about consolidation?
कंसोलिडेशन आते, बस थोड़ा एप्लीकेशन स्किल में थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है, ठीक है,
Okay.
टाइपिंग पे।
Okay. So when we start with consolidation, the Sunday class, we'll try to have a very good session. I had mentioned 3 hours, but let us take 4 to 4.5 hour session where I'll cover everything in detail and I'll give the basic logic also, how to solve the questions in the exam. Two important points I say in a regular batch. Whenever parent company's profit is affected, it'll take one hit, subsidiary two hit. Remember that work is done. चलो then everyone, now let us start with IFRS 16 leases. ये नोट शेयर कर दूं क्या आपको? So it will be easy for you also to refer along with me. As of now, I've shared leases notes. You can refer it. Yes, sir. So now let us start with leases, IFRS 16 leases. Now, sir, is this standard very important? Yes, this standard is very important from SBR point of view. There are typically 8 type of questions that are usually tested. Total 8 types of question that comes from leases. Other than this, nothing. So these are the topics which we will be covering. And the one in the green are important. The one in the green are very, very important. This was tested in September exam. This manufacturer and dealer was tested in December exam. This finance and operating lease was also tested in December exam in other set. Yes, sir. Now, chalo, let us start with the first type of question or the definition of lease. Question usually comes from this, the definition of lease. So, what is lease? Lease is a contract that conveys the right to control the use of an identified asset for a specified period of time in exchange for consideration. Control होना चाहिए. Control means what? You can take the entire benefit. You will be able to take what? The entire benefit. Yes, sir. इधर कोई issue नहीं होगा. The point in your exam, the question will come regarding identified asset. The asset should be identified. अगर I am giving a property today to you on rent, the property number should be identified. मेरे पास 10 प्रॉपर्टी है. Which property I am giving to you must be identified. Must be identified. Yes, sir. For a specified period, it should be for a specified period in exchange for consideration. Either cash or any other asset could be given. Now, when we will say the asset is identified, an asset is not identified if the supplier has the right to substitute. मैंने आज आपको बिल्डिंग दिया. आई हैव गिवन द बिल्डिंग टुडे टू यू. वेन एवर आई वॉन्ट आई विल से यू टू वेकेट एंड शिफ्ट टू सम अदर प्रॉपर्टी. आई विल आस्क यू टू सब्स्टिट्यूट. आई कैन सब्स्टिट्यूट द असेट वेन एवर आई वॉन्ट. In that case, it will not be an identified asset. But sir, the substitution is required for repair purpose. कुछ ना कुछ काम करना है. Because of that, I am saying you to shift to some other property because some repair work is there. In that case, we say the asset is identified. Two important points for your exam from this one. And then lessor can have protective rights. If I have a car today, I have given this car today to you on lease. मैंने बोला कि ये कार है, कार मैंने आपको लीज पर दिया है. Now I'm saying that this car you can't take it outside India. You can't use this car to travel outside India. Why? I have a fear that you will run away. जैसे विजय माले भाग गए. I have a fear that you also will run away. You will not give my car. So I can have protective rights. I can say that you can't take this car outside a city. So multiple things should be considered here. The lessor can have what? The lessor can have protective rights. Yes, sir. If protective rights are there, still control will be with whom? The control will be with the lessee. Is this clear to everyone? The lease, the definition. Question आता है. There is a question in one of your past papers regarding this one. Yes, sir. So the first one is that. Then coming to two dates which are very very important for leases. One is inception date, commencement date. Inception date पर क्या करते हैं? On inception date we decide whether it's a lease or not. अगर लीज अकाउंटिंग फॉलो करना है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा ना लीज है कि नहीं. यस सर. देन कमेंसमेंट डेट ऑफ लीज. कमेंसमेंट डेट मीन्स व्हाट? द डेट ऑन विच वी स्टार्ट द अकाउंटिंग, द डे ऑन विच द असेट इज मेड अवेलेबल टू द लेसी. मैंने आपको बिल्डिंग 10 दिन के बाद दिया. टुडे द अग्रीमेंट इज डन बिटवीन मी एंड यू, but I've given this building to you on rent after 10 days. So that is known as what, everyone? That is known as commencement date. Now accounting कब से start होगा? When we will start the accounting, everyone? Accounting will be start from the commencement date. Accounting we will start from the commencement date. Yes, sir. Not so important again, but the definition is important. Then date of lease we have done. So as I mentioned, this is a type 1 question which can come for your 5 to 6 marks. So the important points are what? Protective rights and the definition of control. Yes, sir. Then regular class we have done multiple questions regarding this. Yes, sir. Now coming to the accounting, everyone. Now coming to the accounting. Sir, how do we do the accounting for lease? Initially, whenever a question comes regarding lease, better mention this one point. On the commencement date, the lessee will recognize a right of use asset and lease liability. 1 marks, you will get technical marks. I've already shared in the group, better. I have shared in the group, so you can refer those along with me. Yes, sir. So initial measurement, right of use asset and lease liability. Now we have to discuss, sir, lease liability में क्या क्या आएगा? Sir, right of use asset में क्या क्या आएगा? Sir, will this easy question come in the exam? अरे नहीं बाबा, इतना easy नहीं. This is part of FR, but a theory question can come where any accounting mistake is done. You have to correct it. Now let us see, sir, what does lease liability means? अगर मैंने प्रॉपर्टी आपको रेंट पर दिया है, तो you will be making payments to me, na? You will be making payments to me. Yes, that payment will be what? Lease payment. So lease liability is what? Present value of the future lease payment. Future lease payment. So future lease payment में क्या क्या include होगा? Fixed payment less any incentive. You are paying me and I'm giving some incentive today to you, that I will reduce. Then variable payment that are in substance or based on a specified index rate. In one of the pre-mock, this was tested about variable payment. When will you include variable payment? Variable payment will be included if they are in substance or based on specified index rate. Based on specified index rate. Sir, if it is based on usage, will it be considered? No, it will be ignored. It will be ignored. Yes. Then exercise price of any purchase option. मैंने आपको बिल्डिंग दिया 5 साल के लिए रेंट पर. I have given the building to you on rent for 5 years. After 5 years, today only I have given an option to you to purchase it. मैंने आज ही आपको एक ऑप्शन दिया है that you can purchase this after 5 years. In that case, you will see whether it is reasonable or not. We are learning the accounting in your books, not my books. I am a lessor, you are the lessee. So we are learning the accounting in your book. If you feel it is reasonably certain that I will purchase the building after 5 years, include that value. Simple. Then any penalties that you will pay. The contract was 5 years. You will say, sir, I will use this building only for 3 years and I'll pay penalty and get out. In that case, that also will be included. Then guaranteed residual value will be also considered. Guaranteed residual value will also be included, GRV. Yes, sir. So 5 important things which are included in the lease payment. There should be no doubts in this. Now I'll not go in detail. What is GRV, UGRV? Doubt hai? End mein pooch lena. Yes, sir. Then not included in lease liability. Unguaranteed residual value. Yes, sir. Unguaranteed residual value will not come in the lease liability. Then lease payment allocated to non-lease component. Lease payment allocated to non-lease component of a contract. As of now, it will not be included. As of now, it will not be included. After that, after some time, we'll see, sir, how should we do the accounting for this specially? So with this, your lease payment is clear to everyone. Then coming to discount rate. So which discount rate we should use? Sir, discounting. Sir, present value को discount करना. The future cash flow we have to discount. Which discount rate? We have to use the implicit rate. Sir, will this be given in the question? Yes, better. It will be given in the question. Sir, if implicit rate is not given, incremental borrowing rate is given. Then use this and mention a point that the lease liability are discounted at the implicit interest rate. If implicit interest rate is not available, then incremental borrowing rate is used. Sir, when should we mention this sentence? When the calculation question is there. When a pure calculation question is there. Sir, koi theory question aa gaya? Do not mention it. Do not mention it. If a calculation question is there, then only mention this point. Yes, sir. Then coming to right of use asset. What all this asset will include? ROU. ROU में क्या क्या होगा? ROU will include the present value of the lease liability. Whatever is the present value of the lease liability. The 5 important points above. Take it. Plus what? Payment made before the lease commenced. Before the commencement. अभी तक मैंने बिल्डिंग आपको दिया ही नहीं है, बट अग्रीमेंट हो गया. बिफोर दिस, if there is any payment which is done, add that, and less any incentive received. Then any initial direct cost that also will add. Then present value of the dismantling cost also we have to consider. So these are the 4 things which we record in ROU. There should be no doubts in this. Yes, sir. Then coming to what does lease term means? Sir, why this lease term is important? Lease term is important for what? Anyone? Why lease term is important? What do you think, everyone? Why lease term is important? किधर काम आएगा ये? In the chat box.
Depreciation calculating.
Yes. It will be in depreciation. So it's very important that you know this also. Sir, ज़्यादा दिमाग लगाना है क्या इधर? नहीं. Do not think much. There are 1 or 2 past papers regarding where you had this. But remember, so lease term calculation, no need to keep in mind. It will be given in the exam. Now I'll not go in detail what is lease term, कैसे calculate होता है, no, not required. Yes, sir. Simple. So lease term will be given in the question. So journal entry before the commencement, any amount we have paid. Debit, lease payment, credit, bank. It's in your book, huh? You are the lessee. मैं lessor हूँ, आप lessee हो. Yes. Then commencement date, ROU will record, lease liability will record, any incentive received, any incentive paid, and then provision for dismantling. Yes, sir. Sir, for each question, should we mention the journal entry in the exam? No, Baba. Until and unless the examiner specifies, mention the journal entry, then only mention it. You will get marks. फालतू का मत लिख के आना कि सर will write journal entry, examiner will give us mark. Examiner has mentioned if you write relevant point, even though it is a single point, you will get 1 marks. Yes, sir. So with this was about initial measurement, ROU and lease liability. The important point here is what? The variable payment. Keep in mind. I have seen 1 or 2 past papers as well as in pre-mock that this has been tested. Then coming to subsequent measurement. So subsequent measurement, what should we do for lease liability? Unwinding. We have to unwind it. Sir, for ROU, what should we do? For ROU, we have to charge the depreciation. For ROU, we have to charge the depreciation. Now, lease liability, we have to prepare the amortization table, everyone. Opening, then finance cost, lease payment, closing balance. This closing balance, everyone, can I say we have to split into what? Split into current and non-current. If a calculation question comes in the exam, what should you do? Mention what is the finance cost. The finance cost is this, which is recorded in P&L under financing category 1 marks. Then mention the lease liabilities recorded in the balance sheet, and the non-current is this much 1 marks. Yes, sir. This is about your lease liability. This is about arrears. As of now, we are doing about arrears. Advance, we will come. Yes, sir. So see the presentation. How do we do? Non-current, current liability, finance cost in P&L. Now this current and non-current, how do we calculate? How do we calculate? If you can see here, I say this is my opening balance, interest, payment, and closing balance. 31690. This I have to split into current and non-current. What will be the current and non-current? Non-current will be the next year balance. This is the case of arrears. Yes, sir. And the difference between this will be current liability. The difference will be current liability. Yes, sir. Recorded, mention it simple. Then coming to advance, sir. Sir, in advance case, what will happen? In advance case, what will happen, everyone? In advance case, will you discount the first payment? No. In advance case, see, in advance case, we will not discount the first payment. Will not discount the first payment. So each and every value we will take and we will get this value. This value, how we will record? Debit, ROU, credit, lease liability. Credit, lease liability. On the day one, only 20,000 payment is done. On day one, only 20,000 payment is done. So what do we do? क्या करते हैं अपन? We reduce the lease liability on the day one. On the day one only, we reduce the lease liability. Yes, sir. So ROU will include the entire value. So this is about your advance. So 83,380, then 20,000 minus 63,380, then interest, then you get the closing balance. This closing balance we have to split into current and non-current. 69,718. Out of this, what is current, non-current? Current liability is the amount which we pay next year. Next year में कितना pay कर रहे हैं अपन? 20,000. That will be your current liability. So what will be non-current? Non-current will be the difference. That is 49,718. Do not say 54,690 is the non-current. नहीं, गलत हो जाएगा. It's only in the case of arrears, not in advance. Yes. So with this, your lease liability entire calculation part is done. Now let us jump to what? ROU. For ROU, what should we do, everyone? So for ROU, we have to depreciate it. ROU. This ROU will be treated as per IAS 16 or IAS 40. Read the question carefully. It's not tested in FR level, but in SBR level, you have to concentrate whether this ROU is IAS 16 or IAS 40. Yes. If ROU meets the definition of IAS 40, treat as per IAS 40. If not, IAS 16. Any expenses, any income in case of IAS 16, we record in P&L operating category. Any gain or loss depreciation in case of IAS 40, we record in investing category. So now coming to the depreciation. Sir, how should we do the depreciation? Depreciation calculation depends upon the lease term. Now, if I say, if the lessee will retain ownership at the end of the lease term, I have given the property today to you on rent. After 5 years, you will purchase this. If you will purchase this ownership, you will retain. In that case, what we will use? Useful life to depreciate. Lease term, no need to consider. Lease term कुछ काम का है ही नहीं इधर. If you will purchase the asset, use useful life. Yes, sir. If there is no reasonable certainty that the lessee will obtain ownership, if there is no reasonable certainty that lessee will obtain the ownership, doubt है कि सर परचेज करेंगे कि नहीं सर, 5 साल के बाद में देखेंगे सर क्या होगा क्या नहीं. You say after 5 years we will think sir not today. If you're saying that, then in that case the depreciation should be based on what? Shorter of useful life or lease term. Shorter of useful life or lease term. Yes, sir. Till here, there should be no doubts in ROU also. Sir, for ROU, can we follow revaluation model? Yes, better. If IAS 16 you're following, see the class of asset concept and follow it simple. Record this as a non-current asset and record depreciation in P&L. If you are lucky, if it's your very good day, I say a calculation question can come in the exam, then mention what is ROU in the balance sheet, what is the depreciation expense. Sir, will easy question come in the exam? Believe me, out of 100 marks, 40 marks will be straightforward easy. And you have to identify. The important task is what? In that 3 hours, to identify the questions which are very easy and which you know. अगर वो आइडेंटिफाई करके आपने अच्छे से लिख लिया, you will pass your exam. If not, you spend more time on first 2 questions, and then fourth question will be very easy, where a basic question comes for 10 marks. You leave that. And then at the end, you think, Arre baap re baap, kiya hi nahi. I have seen many times this happening. An examiner will do this. Believe me. 30 minutes will be remaining. And then when you see the last question, question number 4, Arre sir, sale and lease back again. Very easy question for 7 to 10 marks. So read the question and do not spend more time. So with this, ROU, lease liability calculation is done. Advance arrears, everything we have done. The accounting is done. Here I mentioned the type 2 question. Very rare. If you're lucky, you can get this question. If not, no. So question 1 we have done in the class. Then advance case also we have discussed. Advance we have done on Excel also. Question. Any doubts to anyone till here? The lessee's accounting is done. Okay, that means no doubts. Then, chalo, let us start with the next topic. Type 1 question, then definition. Type 2 question is regarding the accounting. The type 3 question is regarding the recognition exemption. I say if you're lucky, you can get this question. If not, no question regarding this in your SBR exam special. Now, recognition exemption means what? Lessee, as a lessee, what will you do? If you are a lessee, अगर आप lessee हो तो क्या करोगे? You record ROU and you record lease liability. But IFRS 16 has mentioned that there is a loophole. What is that loophole? If the conditions are satisfied, then you need not do this accounting. ROU, lease liability, फालतू का present value नहीं करना है. No need to do this detailed calculation. Very simple. Record expense on SLM basis. Record expense on SLM basis. Now see what are the conditions are. The conditions are what? Either it should be a short-term lease. Short-term lease means what? A lease term is less than 12 months or less. Lease term is less than 12 months. Lease term is 12 months or less than that and does not include any option to renew this or purchase it. Simple. Or lease of low value item. Is lease of low value item defined here? Lease of low value item is not defined in IFRS 16. So it is based on the judgment. But the examples are what? Laptop, tablets, telephone, small personal computers, small items of furnitures. Sir, will car be a low value item? No. Will second hand car be a low value item? No, 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 no. Simple. So either it's a short term lease or low value asset. It's or not and it's or. So how should we recognize the expense? Expense is recognized on what basis? Expense is recognized on SLM basis over lease term. SLM basis over lease term. I've shared in the group. I have shared in the group today. Can everyone confirm? Did I share the notes in the group? No, huh? Check once again. Still not there. Now check your work. So how should we recognize the expense? Expense we will recognize on SLM basis or another systematic basis based on the benefit. As and when you receive the benefit, we'll record this as an expense. So see an example. I have taken a tablet on lease for 3 years. It's not a short-term lease, but it is a low-value asset. So I'm paying rental of 10,000, 12,000, and 13,000. So in total, my expense is what? 35,000. This 35,000, I will record this as an expense over the period. I will recognize this as an expense over the period. That is 35,000 divided by 3. Every year, what is the expense? 11,666 is the expense which I'll recognize. Debit expense, credit cash. What is the cash that is going out? 10,000. The remaining will be liability. The remaining will be liability. If you're lucky, this question can come in the exam. If it comes in the exam, then record the expense on SLM basis. Do the total, divide by the lease term, and recognize this as an expense. Then whatever is the difference between the expense and the cash paid will be your liability. Yes, sir. Will be your liability. Simple. Or if the amount is paid more, it could be prepaid, or if not, liability. So we have done one question regarding this also. So with this, your type 3 question is done. Recognition, exemption. Yes, sir. Any doubts to anyone in this? I hope no. Now coming to the most important topic for SBR, and it's the favorite topic of the examiner, sale and leaseback. Last attempt, I have not seen a question regarding sale and leaseback. So do not be surprised to see a question regarding this in the exam. See, I can show you. मैं बता सकता हूँ. December batch. It is based on the exam review of the students. Students have mentioned what now? See, question number 2. Operating of finance lease were tested for some students. And then IFRS 16, operating of finance lease or manufacturer and dealer was tested for some other student. Sale and leaseback था ही नहीं. Sale and leaseback was not tested. So do not be surprised to see a question in this exam. Sir, will the question be easy? Array, the question will not be easy like your FR level. There are two additional points which you have to focus. The question can come from that. Yes, sir. And past papers are also there regarding that. So see now, sale and leaseback means what? I am selling an asset and I'm taking it back on lease. I am selling an asset and I'm taking back this on lease. So whenever I sell the asset, the condition should satisfy as per IFRS 15. IFRS 15 performance obligation control should be transferred. Condition should be satisfied. Performance obligation should be satisfied. Yes, sir. Now, in this case, what do we do? This is the journal entry. Remember, everyone. The asset will go out. If I am selling an asset today to you, asset will go out in my books. Credit asset. Debit, what will come in? ROU will come in. Then cash also will come in. If I'm selling the asset going out, cash coming in. Then what will I record? I will record ROU and I will record lease liability. Whatever is the difference will be your gain or loss. If it's on the debit side, what we will say? Loss. If it's on the credit side, it's a gain. Simple. Now a question comes, how should we measure ROU? Sir, how should we record lease liability? Each and everything. Let us discuss that. Now, everyone, if the conditions are not satisfied, if the control is not transferred, one of the past paper is there regarding this. If control is not transferred, then sir, what should we do? If control is not transferred, everyone, we will do the accounting as a loan. Whatever amount I will give you will be treated as a loan. If I'm selling, let's say I say that I'm selling an asset and taking back on lease, I will do the accounting. If I say the control is not transferred, but you have given the amount to me, आपने मुझे पैसा दिया है. In that case, I will account the amount which you have given to me as a loan. Debit bank, credit loan, and IFRS 9 will follow. If control is transferred, de-recognize the ROU, record ROU, record lease liability. Simple. Now, gain or loss, there are two methods. This is method number 1, or the method number 2 is what? The method number 2 is your journal entry method, or this one. SBR exam, I say, especially follow this and mention in detail so that the examiner will give you marks. Now, see, this sentence you have to write down technical marks. 1 marks technical. Whenever a question comes regarding sale and leaseback. If the transfer does qualifies as a sale, then the seller lessee must measure the ROU as the proportion of the previous carrying amount that relates to the right retained. 1 marks technical लिखना ही है आपको for sure. रट्टा मार के जाओ. If you're able to write in your own words, it's very good. If not, remember these keywords. Yes, sir. Then, so the ROU will be recognized as the proportion of the previous carrying amount. That is what? That is previous carrying amount into the present value of the lease liability divided by fair value of the asset into previous year carrying amount into present value of the lease liability divided by the fair value of the asset. This means the seller lessee will recognize a profit or loss based on the right transfer. If I'm transferring the right, regarding that only I'll recognize the gain. So with this, your sale and lease back is done. So which category we will recognize the gain or loss? If ROU, if that asset which is there, if it is IAS 16, record in operating category. If it's investment property, investing category. But 99.99% in your exam, it will be operating category only. Just do not mention it will record in P&L. Examiner will not give you the entire marks. You have to mention which category. It has been mentioned in the technical article. The new technical article of IFRS 18, examiner has mentioned that students have to mention which category in P&L. Yes, sir. So this was about your sale and leaseback. Now coming to three cases, everyone. There are three cases which you have to understand. The case number one is very simple. Questions are not tested from this. The case number two, questions are frequently tested from case number two. Case number three, sir. Case number three was tested in September exam once. September exam it was tested, not in December exam. So see now, the fair value is equal to the selling price. Fair value is equal to selling price. The fair value in the market, market का rate और मेरा बेचने का rate एक ही है दोनों. Fair value, selling price are same. Then no issues. I'll say the asset is going out. Asset is going out of 100. Sir, cash is coming in at 120 selling price. Yes, sir. Then I record ROU. ROU and lease liability. Lease liability is 90. ROU will be what? Carrying amount, that is 100 into present value of lease liability, that is 90, divided by 120, fair value of the asset. Yes, sir. Then you'll get 75, and the difference we will recognize in P&L as a gain. As a gain. This is method one. The second method is what? Calculate the total gain. Total gain is what? 120 minus 100, that is 20. This 20 you'll calculate based on the right retain. 20 into 90 divided by 120 is 15. This is the gain which relates to the right retain, which is in the business itself. Then you see total gain minus the right retain, you'll get 5. This is the gain which we recognize in P&L. Simple. Yes, sir. This is your case number one. There should be no doubts to anyone in case number one. Simple and easy. Yes, sir. This was a question which we had done in the class. Now coming to selling price and fair value difference is there. So selling price ज़्यादा है sir market में. The selling price is more, the fair value is less. Today in the market, the fair value of the asset is 120, but I am saying that I will sell to you for 150. Will you pay me 150? जिसका value 120 है market में. If you are able to purchase an iPhone for 120, will you give 150? No, Baba, no. This is the case which is tested in the exam frequently. Now, sir, this 30, how should we treat? Anyone? ये 30 कैसे treat होगा? Fair value is 120, selling price is 150. How will you treat this 30 extra which you're paying? Prepayment? नहीं बेटे. It's a loan. अरे, it's a loan. It's a loan. Yes or no? I am selling this. Let's say this phone is there. I am giving this phone today to you. Market में इसका price 120 है, but I am giving this to 150 to you. Will you purchase? I say मेरे को 150 चाहिए ही चाहिए. You will say what? Sir, this 30 which I am giving extra, no, it will be a loan for you. So it is a loan. So out of 150, 120 is the value and 30 is your financial liability. So in this case, what should we do? In this case, we say asset is going out of 100. Anji sir. Then cash is coming in at what value? Cash is coming in at selling price only, not fair value. अरे पैसा कितना आएगा पॉकेट में? 150 ना? Yes sir, 150 will be coming. Then lease liability. Lease liability is what? This 90. In this 90, 30 is of the loan. Remove that. Remove that. So out of 90, remove the financial liability and record lease liability as 60 only. Yes, sir. Lease liability as what, everyone? 60. Hanji, sir. Then coming to ROU. ROU, how do we record? What is the carrying amount? 100 into the present value of lease liability. What is the present value of lease liability? Not 90, Baba. अरे 90 नहीं है, 60 है. After the reduction, it is 60. So take it that divided by the fair value of the asset, not the selling price. It's fair value. It's fair value. Fair value is 120 120. So you'll get the ROU as 50. Mention that ROU will be 50. If you remember this six, the journal entry, whatever you mentioned, debit, credit, just mention in simple sentences. You will get your marks. You will get your marks. No need to panic. Sir, calculation Excel पर करे कि we'll do on Word only. Best I say, do not waste your time again and again shifting on Excel and Word. Do the calculation in the bracket. You will be having your calculator. A rough sheet will be given. Just write down the numbers and write down the values. Do not shift to Excel, then come back and do that. Do not play in the exam. Every second is important. Each and every second is very important. Yes, sir. So with this is the case number 2, very important. That is a past paper regarding this. Anyone, any idea which is the past paper? Latest past paper ही है आपका ये. No idea, sir. At the end, I'll give. Okay. So this is a question which we have done. Same question is there in your exam kit. अगर वो रेफर करो या बेसिक क्वेश्चन रेफर कर लो, एक ही काम है, तो एक ही हो जाए. Then sir, then coming to the third case. Did you do the third case, everyone? Where the selling price is less when compared to the fair value. Selling price कम है, fair value ज्यादा है. Today in market, the price of this phone is 100 rupees, but I'm selling this to you at 80. Am I fool to sell you at 80? हाँ, बताओ. 100 का प्राइस है आईफोन का, बट आई एम गिविंग दिस टू यू एट 80. दैट मीन्स दिस 20 आई हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन फ्रॉम यू. दिस 20 विल बी ट्रीटेड एज व्हाट? दिस 20 विल बी योर प्री पेमेंट एडवांस. सो विल सबट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम व्हाट? ROU बेटे. यस बेटे. So see, carrying amount is 100, so fair value 120 है, selling price 110 है. This 10 is what? Prepayment. Do we reduce or do we add बेटे? Remember, ROU, we'll add it, not reduce it. Yes, sir. 10 is the prepayment which we add to ROU. Hanji, sir. So see, asset is going out of 100. Asset is going out. Sir, what is coming in? Sir, selling price is coming in 110. 110 selling price is coming in. Then ROU and lease liability. Lease liability कितना? 80. 80 you record. ROU. Now coming ROU. ROU is 100 into present value of the lease liability, that is 80, divided by the fair value of the asset 120, and add this, add the prepayment. Remember, ROU will include prepayment. Any payment done before the commencement will be part of ROU. So include कर लो. Mention in theory that the prepayment will be part or will be added to ROU. 1 marks the examiner will give you. The examiner will give you 1 mark, simple. Yes, sir. Then the gain will be what? 7. Sir, if you want to follow this method also, you can follow. See, fair value kitna hai? 120. Carrying amount 100, 20 is the gain. Relating to right retained, 20 into 80 divided by 120, 13. Then 20 minus 13 is 7. You get the gain as 7. So this is your case number 3. Case number 3. Very, very important, bete. Sale and leaseback, very, very important for March attempt. Sale and leaseback and lease and non-lease component. Especially these two cases. I have never seen a question regarding prepayment. September attempt, it was tested. Students have mentioned me. Yes, sir. So with this is done. Again, we have taken a question and we have solved this. There is no such past paper, but you can refer this question. Yes, sir. Any doubts to anyone till here? Clear? सबको मजा आ रहा है ना? ऐसे नहीं कि बोर हो रहा है. अगर बोर हो रहा है तो एग्जाम है नेक्स्ट वीक, ध्यान रखो. सी व्हेन विल यू फील बोर ना? जब आपको टॉपिक आता नहीं है. इफ इट्स न्यू फॉर यू नो, यूल थिंक अरे सर क्या सिखा रहे हो सर, आप कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर, सिर के ऊपर जा रहा है. इन दैट केस आपका प्रिपरेशन ठीक ठाक से नहीं हुआ है. चलो, लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द नेक्स्ट थिंग. Yes, sir. Now coming to the next important topic which you have not covered in FR but very, very important from SBR point of view. Multiple lease component, then lease and non-lease component. I'll spend time on lease and non-lease component. There is also a past paper regarding this. अगर किसी को याद है, you can mention me. Lease and non-lease has been tested with IFRS 15 together. And September exam, a question was tested for 10 marks. If required, I can share that question. सर आपको कैसे मिला क्वेश्चन? आई हैड एन इंटरेक्शन विद द स्टूडेंट. ऑन दैट बेसिस आई हैव फ्रेम्ड अ क्वेश्चन. ऐसे नहीं कि मेरे को ACCA ने क्वेश्चन पेपर दिया है. बेस्ड ऑन द फीडबैक फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट आई हैव फ्रेम्ड अ क्वेश्चन. मल्टीपल एरियाज इन फाइनेंशियल इंस्ट्रूमेंट आल्सो आई हैव फ्रेम्ड सम क्वेश्चंस. सो अगर चाहिए वो क्वेश्चन मैं शेयर कर दूंगा, एक बार कर लेना. यस सर. नाउ चलो, multiple lease component. Let's say today we have entered into a lease agreement. I have given you 10 properties on lease. Can I say in one single contract there are multiple lease or not? Lease of property 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how will you treat this? Can I say you will treat this individually or not? You will treat this individually or not? You will treat this what, everyone? You will treat this individually. 10 properties, treat all the 10 properties separately. Yes, sir. Sir, we are giving, let's say, I have purchased three buildings on lease. Three buildings I've taken on lease. And I'm paying how much? Excuse me. I am paying $100,000. Now, this $100,000 is for three buildings. Sir, how we will separate it? What is the amount for building one, two, three? How will I calculate? Building one, let's say building one is only of ground floor, first floor and second floor. This is for first, second, third, three floors. In this case, this 1 lakh, this $100,000 is given for three properties. Sir, what is the cash flow for first property, second, third? How will you allocate it? You will allocate this based on SSP. What is SSP, everyone? What is SSP? IFRS 15. याद करो.
Standalone selling price.
So standalone selling price will be given in the exam. Use that and allocate this cash flow. Once you allocate this cash flow, what should you do? Once you allocate this cash flow, then discount, calculate the present value of the lease liability. Simple. Sir, अभी तक कुछ क्वेश्चन आया कि एग्जामिनेशन नहीं? This has been mentioned on the study hub. Still now, there is no such question in the exam, but it can come. Do not be surprised. Why the examiner will not give this? Now, it's very silly. Yes or no? You only say it's silly or not. So the examiner will never give a question from this. I have never seen, because we have to separate it and record it. But the question can come from lease and non-lease component. Lease and non-lease component. Sir, what does this mean? See now, everyone. I say every year I am paying 10,000 as the rent. I have taken a property from you on lease. I have taken, okay, leave that. I have given a property today to you on rent. You are paying me 10,000. I say in this 10,000, 2,000 is relating to maintenance. It's relating to non-lease component, some maintenance, some service, etc., XYZ, which is not related to the lease. In this case, how should we account it? This 10,000, should we separate 2,000 and 8,000 and do the accounting, or should we do the accounting one single shot? That is this 10,000 only we will record and do the accounting. Should we separate or should we not? Let us see that. See now. Lease and non-lease component. The examples for non-lease component are maintenance, security, cleaning, IT support, each and everything. So separate lease and non-lease component on a relative standalone selling price. If SSP is not given, then any other ratio that will be given in the exam. Now, an important note here. IFRS 16 gives a option to apply practical expedient. What does practical expedient means? No need to separate lease and non-lease component. It's an option that is given. But which one is good? IFRS 16 says what? Which one is better to follow? Is it better to separate or it is better to combine together? What do you think? Which one will provide fair presentation, faithful representation? Should we separate it or should we record together? What do you think, everyone? We have to separate it. We have to separate it and record. If we separate and record it, it will provide a better information. Yes, sir. But IFRS 16 is saying that you need not separate it. You can do the accounting together. This 10,000, you discount it, you record what? Debit RO, you credit lease liability. Yes, sir. Sir, if we separate, then what should we do, sir? If we separate this 2,000, then how should we do the accounting? The accounting should be done on accrual basis. The accounting should be done on accrual basis. This 2,000 should be recognized over the period as an expense, as and when it is incurred. Accrual basis. This is about your lease and non-lease component, how you should do the accounting. So we have done the question in the class. Any doubts? Lease and non-lease should be clear. Yes, sir. Now, then coming to the next topic, that is remeasurement. So only one past paper is there regarding this March, June 2025. Question number 3. Very important. Now, remeasurement. Remeasurement ka meaning kya hai? Remeasurement means what? The value is changing. the value of the lease payment is changing. Today, I mentioned that the lease payment will be 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. After 2 years, I'm saying, no, 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 no. You should not give me 10,000. You should give me 12,000. So that is a remeasurement due to the changes based on the lease payment. Yes, sir. Now, in lease payment, we considered five things. These five things were included. Now, what should we do? We have to decide the discount rate which we have to use and how should we do the accounting. So, okay. See everyone, I say that the lease term is for 5 years. For the first 2 years, there was no issue. The lease payment was same. After 2 years, suddenly we changed the lease payment. After 2 years, suddenly we changed the lease payment. There was changes in the lease payment. Now, whenever there is a changes in the lease payment, in the books, we record the carrying amount of lease liability, we record the carrying amount of ROU. Now, can I say ये change होगा कि नहीं? Will this change or not? If your future cash flows are changing, for sure, the carrying amount also will change on that date. Now, what should we do? Whatever is the new lease payment, whatever is the new lease payment, discount it. Whatever is the new lease payment, you have to discount it and compare with the carrying amount. Compare with the carrying amount. If there is an increase, increase the lease liability. If there is a decrease, decrease the lease liability. This is about your remeasurement. Yes, sir. So see now, remeasurement of lease liability can be because of five reasons. The first three are what? Change in the expected GRV, guaranteed residual value is changing. Then variable payments are changing. Then fixed payments are changing. If the lease liability is changing because of these three reasons, when you discount the new cash flows, when you discount the future cash flow, the new cash flows, we have to discount using the original discount rate. Original discount rate on the day one. Can you control these three things? But no, we can't control these three things. Then no control. So use which rate? Old rate. Sir, when should we use this old rate? Today you have done the lease accounting. In future, your cash flows are changing. That cash flow you should account discounting using the old rate. Yes, sir. And then see whatever is the difference. But if the remeasurement is due to the lease term, your lease term is changing. First it was 3 years, now it become 5 years. Yes, sir. Then reassessment of the purchase option. First, the lessee saying, I will not purchase. After 2 years, the lessee saying, I will purchase this building. In that case, this is within the control of whom? This is within the control of the lessee. So here we have to use the new discount rate. We have to use the new discount rate. This new discount rate will be given in the exam. Very rare, but only once it has been tested in March, June attempt. That is your latest past paper. You can see that. CB platform पर available है. You can do this. Regular batch student अपने क्लास में कर लिया था ये क्वेश्चन. Yes, sir. So this is about remeasurement. So what is the step? See now, steps to be followed. I've mentioned the step. Calculate the carrying amount of lease liability and ROU on the date of change. Okay, sir, today there is a change. First, calculate the carrying amount. Normal accounting. Then calculate the revised lease payment, considering the revised lease payment and applicable discount rate above. We have seen that, whether new rate or the old rate. Then step number 3, calculate the changes. Step 1 minus step 2. What is the changes in the lease liability? So make the changes to ROU also. If the lease liability is increasing, increase the ROU, credit lease liability. Or if it is decreasing, decrease it, simple. After this, what should we do? Then after this, follow normal accounting again. Follow the normal accounting. This was about your remeasurement. This was about remeasurement. Yes, sir. This should be clear to everyone. So this is the question number 1 which we had done, and one question we had solved on Excel. This was a homework question. And March, June, we have discussed. Yes, sir. So with this, your lessee's accounting is done, everyone. Lessee accounting is done. Lessee's accounting is done. Yes. Now let us start with lessor's accounting. Let us start with lessor's accounting. In lessor's accounting, what should we decide? In lessor's accounting, we have to decide finance or operating lease. Again, a theory question that is frequently tested in the exam to identify whether it's a finance lease or operating lease. So first of all, as a lessor, now assume that you are a lessor. You have a property, that property you have given to me. आपने property दिया है मुझे. So how will you do the accounting in your books? You have recorded the asset in your books. I will also record ROU lease liability. But how will you do the accounting? First of all, you have to classify whether this is a finance lease or operating lease. Whether this is what, everyone? A finance lease or operating lease. So what does operating lease means? Mention this, get technical mark. Operating lease, a lease that does not transfer substantial all the risk and rewards. If risk and rewards are not transferred, operating lease. If risk and rewards are transferred, financing lease. Yes, sir. Sir, what are the indicators? How we will identify whether it's a finance lease or operating lease? Whether this is a finance lease or operating lease. See now, a lease is likely to be a finance lease if one or more of the following will apply. First one is what? Ownership transfers to the lessee at the end of the lease term. You have given me the option to purchase the asset. I say that I will exercise this. In that case, it will be a finance lease for you. Then the lease contains a bargain purchase option. I can purchase the building from you at a lower price when compared to the market price. For sure, I'll exercise it. The market value is 100. I'm getting this for 50. For sure, I'll purchase and I'll sell this to someone else. So we'll say finance lease. Lease term covers the major part of the economic life. The asset has a life of not useful life, the economic life. 10 years. Out of 10 years, I have taken this for 8 years on lease. Can I say this is majority or not? Majority means more than 75. It's what your operating lease. Then lease, the present value of the lease payment is equal to what? Is similar to what? The fair value of the asset. Is substantially all of the fair value of the asset. So the present value of the lease payment will be what? Will be equal to the fair value of the asset. This is also an indicator. The asset is a specialized one. It is a specialized asset. Again, it's what? Finance lease. Any one condition should be satisfied. It's not ki sara condition apply hoga, no. Any one. Yes, sir. Then the lessee can enjoy the gain or loss on the change in the fair value, or the risk is with whom? The risk is with the lessee. In that case, we say it's a finance lease. This is the type 1 question that is frequently tested from lessor's accounting. Clear, everyone? Regarding this, finance and operating lease should be clear. Yes or no in the chat box? Batao. Yes, okay. So this is the question which we had done in the class. Question number 2, question number 3, which we had discussed. Yes, sir. Now coming to the accounting. Sir, how do we do the accounting for operating lease? In operating lease, do we de-recognize the asset beta? Are nine. Operating lease, we will not de-recognize because risk and rewards are not transferred. If risk and rewards are not transferred, we will not de-recognize. Simple. So how do we do the accounting? Normal accounting is done. That is, recognize debit, bank, credit, lease income as and when we receive. Simple. As and when we receive the income, we will recognize debit, bank, credit, lease income. Every year, as a lessor, I will record income in the P&L. If I have received, debit bank. If not received, receivable. And then we will depreciate the asset. Simple. Operating lease is very, very simple. Yes, sir. So this is the question 1, which we had done in a regular class. Yes, sir. Now coming to the finance lease, the most important point. Finance lease. The accounting for lessor, I have not seen frequently in the exam. Why the examiner will not ask the accounting for lessor? Why means? Because the accounting is same like lessee only, na? The accounting is same like lessee, doing the discounting and recording it. But here and there are some new points that can be tested. So finance lease, what should we do? See now, lessor de-recognizes the underlying asset because risk and rewards have been transferred. Mention this, you will get 1 mark. Then lessor will recognize a lease receivable, that is net investment in lease, 1 more marks, and mention the amount. You will get the marks. Then interest income, finance income is recorded under operating if it's for business purpose, if not investing purpose, even if not investing category. It is recorded over the lease term. 3 important sentences you have to write. If by chance, if it's a bad day, you get a question regarding this, you have to mention this. So see now, what is the journal entry? We remove the asset beta. We recognize lease receivable. This difference will be what, everyone? This difference will be gain or loss on the sale of the asset. This will be gain or loss on the sale of the asset. If this is day-to-day purpose, if it's the business of the company only, then gain or loss we'll recognize in operating, if not in investing. If not in investing category, yes, sir. Now, what will your net investment in lease include? Now, you only say, if you are a lessor, everyone. If you are a lessor, what all will you receive? You will remove the asset. You will record lease payment receivable. What are the payments you will receive? Can I say whatever I pay you will receive? जो मैं दूंगा वही तो आप रिसीव करोगे ना. वॉट एवर आई पे यू विल रिसीव. सो व्हाट विल यू पे मी? सर फिक्स पेमेंट, वेरिएबल पेमेंट, सर पेनल्टी, एक्सरसाइज परचेज ऑप्शन, guaranteed residual value, as well as what is the addition here? Present value of the lease payment same as the lessee plus unguaranteed residual value. Unguaranteed residual value will be considered. Yes, sir. The discount rate will be given in the exam. Use that and do the accounting. Same way, amortization table. But here we prepare what? It is interest income. This will be an interest income. Yes, sir. And the closing balance will be recognized as a lease receivable. This lease receivable is an asset. For this asset, impairment will be considered as per IFRS 9. We'll apply the impairment as per IFRS 9. Yes, sir. This is about your finance lease. Any doubts to anyone in finance lease? No. Okay. So this is a question which we are done in the class. Yes, sir. Now coming to the next important topic, manufacturer or dealer. किस किसने ये टॉपिक किया बताओ मेरे को. हैव यू डन दिस टॉपिक? ये टॉपिक किया है क्या आपने? बताओ. सिंचन सिंह, यस सर. अदर्स, सोम सर किया है ये? अदर्स प्लीज से मी. नो. 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 अरे आया हुआ एग्जाम में, सितंबर एग्जाम. इफ यू हैव डन वेरी गुड, इफ नॉट हैव एन आइडिया बाबा. हाँ. December exam it was tested again. March attempt very rare that this can come. But bad day, very bad day और very सर दिन ही खराब है सर, नसीब ही खराब है, तो क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. So now manufacturer or dealer. So what does this mean now? Let me take the example which I've taken here. Let's say a customer is that. Let's say me myself, I want to purchase a car. If I want to purchase a car, let's say I want to purchase a BMW. So I want to purchase a BMW. Either I'll go directly to the factory or I'll go to the dealer. I can't go to the factory. I'll go to the nearby dealer where BMW car is available. So, okay, this BMW dealer is saying what, sir? Yes, sir, the car is available. You have to pay cash and take the delivery. Okay. He's saying, ki, sir, if you want to purchase, the price is 10 lakh rupees. You pay, you take it. No issues. So I say 10 lakh rupees. Okay, I will pay. I will take. Then there are no issue. There is no such issues. Yes, sir. But I say, I do not have money. मेरे पास पैसा ही नहीं है. I do not have money. So what will I do? I will have an option. I will go to the bank. I'll finance this car, everything XYZ. But this BMW dealer is saying, sir, do not go to the bank. You will not get a loan also. Let's say मेरे को bank is not giving a loan. Bank is not giving me a loan due to some reason. Now, this BMW dealer is saying what? Now, sir, we can do one thing, sir. This car we will give you. You utilize this car. You use it. For 6 years, you have to give us 2 lakh rupees as a payment every year. For 6 years, every year, the payment should be of 2 lakhs. If every year the payment is for 2 lakhs, everyone, what will be the total amount I will be paying? What will be the total payment for 6 years? It will be 12 lakhs. So can I say this is more or not? So here, there are two things. As a dealer, the dealer will make interest income on the lease receivable, as well as can I say will sell the car and make profit. So there are two incomes for the lessor. One is the interest income and the other one is the profit or loss on the sale of the car. Yes, sir. We have to recognize this is about manufacturer and dealer case. So see here now how you should record. Manufacturer or dealer. If lessor is a manufacturer or dealer, then lessor will make two types of income in a finance lease. A profit or loss on the sale of the asset. That is the sale of asset means inventory. And finance income arising from lease arrangement. Yes, sir. So how should we do the accounting? See here now. See, credit asset that is going out, inventory is going out, and debit cost of sales, everyone. Debit cost of sales. Then I'll recognize credit sales and debit lease receivable. Debit lease receivable. Now at what value we should recognize each and everything? Yes, sir. So this lease receivable, we will recognize that net investment in lease, that is present value of the lease payment which I will receive as a lessor. Then cost of sales, we will recognize this cost of sales at what? This cost of sales will be what? Carrying amount of the asset minus present value of the unguaranteed residual value. Cost of sales will be what? Whatever is the carrying amount of the inventory minus the present value of the unguaranteed residual value. Sir, inventory, this asset we will remove at the carrying amount only. We will remove this at the carrying amount. Yes, sir. Then we will recognize credit sale. So sales at what value we will recognize? Sales we will recognize at what? Lower of two things. Lower of fair value of the asset or present value of the lease payment, present value of the lease payment, less present value of the unguaranteed residual value. Yes, sir. The sales will be what? Lower of two things. Lower of present value of lease payment, exclude what? UGRV or fair value of the asset, whichever is lower, at that value you will recognize this. This is about whom, sir? Manufacturer and dealer. This lease receivable, we will amortize it and will recognize as an income in the P&L simple. This is about your manufacturer or dealer case. Yes, sir. There is a question here. You can refer this so that you will have an idea. Simple. So with this, your manufacturer dealer is also done. Yes, sir. So this is about type 7 question, operating and finance lease, which I mentioned. Then manufacturer dealer, how we should do the accounting simple. So each and every case I mentioned, see, lower of cost of sales kya hoga? Then gross profit will be what? Finance income. And in P&L, what all you will recognize. Simple. Yes, sir. Till here, any doubts to anyone in case of manufacturer and dealer? No doubts. Others? As I've given the notes, refer the question which we have done. So it will be easy. Agar by chance, if a question comes in the exam, you can solve it. Yes, sir. So with it, this is also done. Yes, sir. Now coming to the last topic, that is sublease, everyone. Last topic, sublease. I hope everyone have done this. Sublease किया है कि नहीं सबने? बता. Yes. Only one past paper is there. Travel company from a Kaplan. Question number 90. But that question, but I say do this in detail. This has not yet been tested in the exam, but it can come. Do not be surprised to see a question regarding sublease. Yes, sir. So now this flowchart, with this flowchart, you can revise the entire IFRS 16 as well as sublease concept. So let us start with this. See now. What does sublease mean? Sublease means I have a property, this property I have given to you, and that property which you had, you have given to someone else. मैंने प्रॉपर्टी दी आपको लीज, you have given this to someone. Yes, sir. Now how should we do? I am the lessor. If I am the lessor, what will I do? Either operating lease or finance lease. Operating lease, risk and rewards are not transferred. So recognize the income in P&L on SLM basis. Simple. Sir, risk and rewards are transferred. In finance lease, we de-recognize the asset and we record net investment in lease. So debit net investment in lease, credit asset going out, then the difference will be recognized in P&L as a gain or loss. Yes, sir. Then what will the lessee do, everyone? I am giving this to you. Lessee will have two options. Lessee, 99.99% lessee will follow ROU and lease liability. In some cases, lessee will record or lessee will avail the exemption which is available and record this as what? And will record this as an income on SLM basis or as an expense. Lessee will recognize this as an expense, not as an income. ये expense होगा, not an income. Income is where? Income is here. Do not do this silly mistake. Yes, sir. Now, either lessee will follow ROU or the exemptions. Yes, sir. Now, this lessee is giving to someone else on lease. So, can I say on one side, in one contract, B is a lessee. In the other contract, B is a lessor. So, B have to follow the lessor's accounting as well as lessee's accounting. Yes, sir. So, if lessee is following recognition exemption, in that case, it will always be a operating lease in the second contract. Contract one is this. In the second contract, it will always be what? Operating lease. Simple, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, in contract one, it is ROU, sir. Sir, in second contract, what will happen? In the second contract, either it will be a operating lease or either it will be a finance lease. Either it will be a operating lease or either it will be a finance lease, which we have to decide. Anji, sir. Now see, ROU, operating lease, if the risk and rewards are transferred, Then D, recognize the ROU. In your books, the asset which you have recognized is ROU. Remove that. Yes, sir. Rental income are recognized on SLM basis. Then depreciation. Will you charge depreciation on the ROU? Yes, you will
हाँ
not de-recognize the asset. You will not de-recognize the asset, so you will recognize ROU. Yes, sir. And the interest on the lease liability also you will recognize because it's what? An operating lease. Simple. Now, sir, if it's a finance lease, risk and rewards are transferred, we de-recognize the ROU. If we de-recognize the ROU, how should we do the accounting? Credit ROU, debit net investment in lease, credit P&L or debit P&L gain or loss. Simple. Note, do not change, do not charge depreciation on ROU because ROU is not there in the books. So remove. And interest on lease liability, we have to record. We have to record. Yes, sir. Now, sir, how should we determine whether it's an operating lease or finance lease? Now, everyone, A is that, B is the C. This property has a life of 10 years. I have given this property to B for 9 years. For A, is this an operating lease or finance lease? Everyone say me. For A, it is an operating lease or finance lease. Batao. Finance lease, majority life. Yes, sir. Then, then I say B has given this ROU to C for 7 years. 7 years. Now, when you decide whether it's an operating lease or finance lease, on what basis you will decide? Whether you will decide based on 9 or whether you will decide on the basis of 10. Say me, everyone. On what basis you will determine? For the second contract, I'm saying for the sublease, will you determine this as a finance lease or operating lease based on 10 or based on 9? Based on 9, everyone. Based on 99999. Yes. So क्या हो जाएगा ये? कहने से again it will become what here? Finance lease. It will become finance lease. Avoid this silly mistake in the exam. Hanji sir. So with this, your sublease part is also done. So we have done question regarding this one and one question okay. I had given as homework. So with this, your IFRS 16 leases is done. सबको समझ में आया? I hope this revision was helpful. Here and there, you understood some new points. Yes, sir. So these are the past papers. Yes, sir. So what you can do, if you are done with the revision, what you can do today, once you're done, just go and read the question and read the solution of this so that again it will be a revision for you. See now, these are the past papers regarding this one, your leases. The first question regarding definition is this one. And one more question, that is definition regarding Sitka company, whether it's a IAS 38 or IFRS 16. Then sale and leaseback, you have Cherry company, Leria company, then this one. Yes, sir. Then Boy company, lease and non-lease I mentioned, very important. Have a reference to this ones. It's enough. Then travel company, sublease is that. ZTech, it has a link with IAS 12 deferred tax. That once we come to taxation, at that time we will discuss this. Yes, sir. So with this, your IFRS 16 is done. Whether is your IFRS 16 is done? Yes, sir. Now we will jump to revenue. Now we will jump to what? Revenue. Can we take 5 minutes break? Come back and then again start what? Revenue. 5 minutes. After revenue, I'll give you 10 minutes break. No issues in that. Now wait. 10:46, everyone. Be back by 10:51. Chalo, chalo, everyone, come back. Yes, back. आ जाओ चलो. Everyone are messaging me, sir. Prediction video कब आएगा? हाँ? I have received message on LinkedIn also. अरे बाप रे बाप, करना ही पड़ेगा. रेडी है? देखो इधर, ये दिख रहा है क्या फर्स्ट पीडीएफ? कैन यू सी एवरीवन? अरे प्रिडिक्शन बना रहे तो आ गए तो बढ़िया है ना. नहीं आया तो See, understand one important point. Watch that video. In that also, I'll give a disclosure. See, when coming to ACCA, there are multiple sets with it. It's very difficult to predict. On what basis I predict? Based on September, December, and the previous attempt. See, if you watch now for December attempt, I had mentioned the topics prediction video, and those topics were tested. किधर है ये? हाँ. These the one in green were examined as mentioned. So same case, the topics which I'll be mentioning, if you're lucky, you can get. If not, no issues. For sure, there will be question. If you're attending the revision marathon also, you'll find here and there some points which are important and it will help you. I hope everyone are prepared for cash flow. Last attempt I mentioned that cash flow will come in question number 1, but the examiner did not give in question number 1. Instead, the examiner gave that in question number 4. So this attempt, do not be surprised to see a cash flow question by chance. So now, chalo, let us start with the next important standard, revenue. Did I share this notes in the group? Revenue. Yes, I have shared. Yes, I have shared. I have shared. I have shared. You can have a reference. अरे किया है. नहीं किया है क्या? अरे IFRS 16. Chalo then now, IFRS 15, an important standard again, a big standard, but very, very important. These three standards are very important. Leases, financial instrument revenue, for sure question will be there. Yes, sir. Now, in IFRS 15, I say there are totally 19 to 20 type of questions that are usually tested. Out of that, nothing will come. Believe me. Abhi, the type of question I've not pasted here. I've not pasted here because if not, the board notes will become too lengthy. But I will mention here. So have an idea. Yes, sir. Now, chalo, when starting with revenue, we have to first understand the 5-step model. Then there are special cases which are very important. There are 12 to, I can say 14 to 15 special cases. One or two special cases I've not mentioned here, but mentioned on the study hub and it has not been tested. Let us see. If we have time, we will discuss. If not, no issues. Now, chalo, let us start with the revenue thing. Yes, sir. Now, revenue. We have covered the definition. What does revenue means? Revenue means income arising from the ordinary course of business. So, what does a contract means? Contract means an agreement between two parties that creates enforceable rights and obligation. Customer ka meaning kya was? Customer means what? The party that has the contract with an entity to obtain goods or service in the ordinary course of business. In the ordinary course of business. Yes, sir. Sir, IFRS 15 will not apply to financial instrument lease contract. See now, very important. Will IFRS 15 apply to leases? Nobody. If I've given a property today to you on rent and I'm getting the income, IFRS 16, no IFRS 15, simple. Insurance contract will not come. And non-monetary exchange of similar goods between entities in similar line of business. So whenever there is exchange of goods between the entities for the benefit of the customer, then it will not be what? A revenue between these two entities. Yes, sir. Very important point. Yes, sir. Now coming to the 5-step model. Step number 1, identify the contract. Very important. 2 past papers are there, and in December exam, a question was tested for 5 marks. And only one point is there which you have to have an idea. Question number 2, identify the performance obligation. Multiple past papers are there regarding this. Yes, sir. Then determine the transaction price. Then fourth, allocate the transaction price. 2 past papers are there regarding this. Then step number 5, recognize revenue as and when the performance obligations get satisfied. Multiple past papers are there regarding this also. Yes, sir. So then step number 1, we have to identify whether it's a contract or not. If it's a contract, then what will follow? IFRS 15. If it's a contract, we will follow IFRS 15. Simple. Yes, sir. What are the 5 elements of a contract? Both the parties should approve. Each party can identify the right regarding the goods or service, the payment terms, how, when the payment will be done, and the contract has commercial substance. Commercial substance means because of this contract, my future cash flows will be affected. And it is highly probable that the entity will collect the consideration due under the contract. Due under the contract. Yes, sir. This is the point which is tested in the exam. Yes, sir. It is probable if I'm selling you goods today, it is probable that I'll collect money. I am selling a t-shirt to my friend, and I know that my friend will not pay me. If he will not pay me, will I recognize this as a revenue? Will this be a contract? No, better simple. It will not be a contract. Then important note, if any consideration is received from the customer in an agreement, which is not a contract under IFRS 15, how should we do the accounting? We should recognize this as a deposit liability, not as contract liability, deposit liability, yes sir. It can be recognized as revenue only when the entity has transferred the goods or service and the amount is non-refundable, or the contract is terminated and the consideration is non-refundable. In which case this happens? In case when you book a flat, especially in real estate companies, where a contract is terminated and the consideration will not be refundable. Like your token amount which you give will not be refundable. Yes, sir. Then a question which we have done regarding step number 1, it was regarding probable only. See, M believed that it is not probable that the amount will be received. If it's not probable, then no need to recognize this as a revenue. Simple. Yes, sir. Then coming to step number 2. Step number 2, very important step. Whenever a question comes regarding this, write down the technical knowledge, everyone. Technical knowledge is very, very important. So identify the performance obligation. In a given contract, how many obligations are there? What all are the responsibility? कितने responsibilities है अपन को identify करना पड़ेगा? Yes, sir. Sir, how do we identify this? Yes, sir. See now. The goods or service should be distinct. To identify how many performance obligations are there, the good or service should be distinct. Yes, sir. Now, how we will decide that the goods or service are distinct? Important. Write down this, get 1 marks, technical. 1 technical marks. Step number 2 says what? Performance obligations. The performance obligation means a promise in a contract with a customer to transfer the goods or services to the customer. Now we have to identify the performance obligation. To identify the performance obligation, we have to identify distinct. How many goods or services are distinct? What are the conditions? Customer can benefit from the goods or service on the own or with some other resource. Sir, इसका basic meaning क्या है? Can the customer purchase from the market or not? Simple. I have purchased an iPhone. With the iPhone, I purchased some warranty. Can I purchase iPhone from someone else and can I purchase the warranty from someone else? Yes, we can purchase it. So we can say it is distinct. The first condition is satisfied. And promise to transfer the goods or services separately identifiable from other goods or service. The goods or services should be separately identified in the contract. Should be separately identifiable. Sir, when we will say it is separately identifiable? When no integration, no modification or customization, the goods or services are not highly interrelated or interdependent. If any one is satisfied, that means goods or services are not distinct. To be distinct, to be separately identified, integration नहीं होना चाहिए, modification, customization नहीं होना चाहिए. The goods or service should not be highly interdependent or interrelated. So in exam, see these points. If there is any integration, dependency, customization, then it's not a separate performance obligation. It's a single performance obligation. It's what, everyone? It's a single performance obligation. Yes, sir. Sir, if it's a single performance obligation, how do we recognize revenue? Revenue is recognized when the control is transferred to the customer. When the control is transferred, yes, sir. Then, now, in case if you do a recharge, अगर आपने recharge किया, let's say you have done a recharge for 4,000 rupees. Jio company, you have done recharge for 4,000. Can I say Jio company has how many obligations, everyone? Does Jio company has one obligation or 365 obligation? Jio company has 365 obligation. Jio company has every day it will be an obligation for Jio company. But the standard is saying what? A series of distinct goods or service. It is distinct. Each day it is distinct. A series of distinct goods or services that are substantially the same. Excellent. And that have the same pattern of transfer. In that case, if it's same, then we will treat this as a single performance obligation. We will treat this as a single performance obligation and revenue is recognized by the entity over the period when the control is transferred. Yes, sir. Very important. Even though it is distinct, but the the way we transfer this and the benefit is same, so it will be one single performance obligation, like cable service, security service, or you are delivering a newspaper to a customer. The way you transfer the benefit is same, so it's single performance obligation. You can't say, sir, there are 365 performance obligation for me. Every day I have to deliver a newspaper. Every day it is a performance obligation. Yes, it is, but consider this as one on. Yes, this is about your step number two. This is about your step number two. Yes, sir. So question we had done, and regarding the same question, there are multiple past papers. Yes, sir. Then coming to the step number three. Step number three is your transaction price. Very important. Many students will think, sir, this is not tested. But here and there, we can see questions in the exam. Yes, sir. So what all will be covering? Fixed payment, variable consideration, significant financing component, non-cash consideration, and consideration payable to the customer. Yes, sir. What does transaction price means? Transaction price का meaning क्या होता है? Transaction price means the amount which we will receive. From whom, sir? Customer say, if I'm selling you goods, I will receive from you only, not the money. That is your transaction price. कितना पैसा मिलेगा? Sir, should we include the amount which we collect on behalf of any third party like for government, GST? Do we consider GST here as a revenue? अरे नहीं बाबा, उसको remove कर दो, हटा दो. That will not be your revenue. That will not be your revenue. Simple. Yes, sir. This is about your transaction price, the amount which we receive. Sir, what is fixed consideration? Fixed consideration means the amount which you will get for sure. The amount which you will get for sure. Let's say an example which we have taken here. The example is what? Raju is there and A Limited. Raju A Limited will construct the house for whom? A Limited will construct the house for whom? A Limited will construct the house for Raju. So Raju is saying what? Raju is saying one simple thing. Raju is saying one simple thing. What is that one simple thing? That I will give $10,000. I will give how much? $10,000 to construct my house. Okay. This $10,000 is what, everyone? Fixed consideration. ये क्या होगा? Fixed consideration. Yes, sir. Now, transaction price will include what? Fixed variable. So this we have included. Now, Raju is saying that if you complete the house within 1 year, we will give you a bonus of 2,000. If you complete within 8 months, we will give a bonus of 30,000. And based on the past record, the company believes that 80% chance is that it will take 1 year. Based on the past experience or past practices, it will take 1 year. So in that case, this 2,000 will be part of the transaction price. When there are two outcomes, if there are more than two outcomes, then we will follow the expected value method. This is most likely outcome. This is expected value method where we consider the probability and multiply each and everything. We consider the value. Yes, sir. So the transaction price will be 12,025. So fixed payment, variable payment is done. Yes, sir. Now an important sentence which you have to remember. Whenever a question comes regarding variable consideration, you have to mention this point. You will get one technical marks. Yes, sir. So variable consideration means what? Variable consideration will be part of the transaction price, but only to the extent it is highly probable that significant reversal will not be there. It is highly probable that मेरे को पैसा मिलेगा, I will receive it. If it is highly probable that I will receive the money, I will record it. If not, no, I will avoid it. Simple. Yes, sir. Again, this will have a link with your sale with right to return. Hanji, sir. With this, there should be no doubts. Yes, sir. Then coming to significant financing component. Any doubts before that to anyone here? Till here? इधर तक किसी को कुछ डाउट है? आई होप इधर तक कोई डाउट नहीं होगा. Yes or no in the chat box? No, na? Okay, yes. Then coming to significant financing component. So what does significant financing component mean, sir? Today I am selling an iPhone to you. You will say कि sir payment 2 साल के बाद में देंगे अपन. I am selling an iPhone today to you, and you are saying, sir, I'll give the payment after 2 years. If I sell the iPhone today to you, and if you're paying the cash, it will be $1,000. If you're saying, sir, we will give the payment after 2 years, will I charge the same amount? Will I charge $1,000 only? Are no, Baba. I will charge more. Why? Opportunity cost, losing out, value of money. Yes, sir. So in this case, what will be that significant financing component is involved? Yes, sir. So see now, A Limited is selling a machine to Raju. Raju क्या बोला? Raju बोला पैसा नहीं है, future में दूंगा payment. Okay, A Limited is saying no issues then. Instead of 12,000, pay me 14,000. Raju will say, why should I do that? A Limited will say, for 2 years you're not doing this payment. If I would have received this payment today, I would have invested somewhere else. Yes, sir. So what will A Limited do? A Limited will recognize the revenue today only because the machine is transferred. Machine दे दिया है किसको? राजू को. So debit receivable credit revenue and the value will be what? On the date when the goods are transferred. 12,000, 12,000. Sir, ये जो difference है 2,000, this 2,000 will be recognized as an interest. Why? Substance over form concept we will apply. Substance over form concept we will apply. Yes, sir. So debit receivable, then credit P&L, we will record this 1,000. Hanji, sir. Then next, debit receivable, credit P&L, we will record this. Here, I have not done discounting bit. I have taken this example for understanding purpose. But what should you do in the exam? By chance, if you are very lucky, this question will come for 4 marks, not more than that. What should you do? Revenue is recognized on the day when the goods are transferred. Mention this point, 1 mark. Then calculate, okay, the revenue is this one, the receivable is this one. Then the receivable will be increased to 14,000 and the difference will be recognized in P&L as an interest expense. And then once you receive this value, remove the receivable and cash is received. Simple. आपको discounting करना पड़ेगा. For understanding purpose, I've taken here. Yes, sir. The case number 2. Case number 2 is what? The machine will be delivered in future, but Raju has given the amount today only. See, I will deliver the machine to you after 2 years, but you have given the amount today only. If you have given the amount today only, will you give the same amount or will you give me a lower amount? Say me. Will you give me the same amount or will you give me the lower amount? I say after 2 years, the selling price of this machine will be 12,000. Will you give me 12,000 today or will you give a lower amount? For sure, you will give me a lower amount. You will say, ki, sir, will give 10,000. This 10,000 you can invest and you can get return. So in this case, the revenue will be recognized when the goods or services are transferred. Future, after 2 years. So today what will recognize? Debit cash, credit P&L, 10,000. Then every year we will increase this liability. Every year what do? We increase this liability. Hanji sir. We increase this liability. And once the goods are delivered to Raju, then the sales is recorded. Sales is recorded. Hanji sir. So with this, your significant financing component is done. So see a note. Transaction price should be adjusted for financing component if financing benefit is provided. Significant financing component exists when the gap is more than 12 months. Simple. You know, accounts is very easy. To make your life complicated, everywhere they have introduced discounting. Other than this, nothing. Then revenue should be recognized when the control is transferred. Revenue should be recorded at cash selling price. Yes, sir. Date when the goods or services are transferred. Discount कौन सा use करेंगे? That is very rare. फालतू का point है ये. The discount rate which you have to use is incremental borrowing rate, implicit rate. In leases, it was ulta. Implicit, incremental. Here, incremental, implicit. इतना दिमाग नहीं लगाना आपको. The rate will be given in the exam by chance. If you get a question, use that. Simple. Yes, sir. But now coming to this 3 important notes where significant financing component will not apply. Where significant financing component will not apply. The first one is what? Customer paid for the goods or service in advance. Customer ने pay किया. I will deliver the machine after 2 years to you. But what you have done, you have given me 12,000 today only. You mentioned कि sir पैसा रखो आप ही sir. कोई issue नहीं है. You provide the machine after 2 years, no issues. You keep this money with you only. In this case, can I say it is at the discretion of the customer or not? Are you paying me a lower amount? No, better. You are paying me the full amount. In this case, significant financing component will not arise. Simple. Yes, sir. Then a substantial amount of consideration is variable based on the future event, that is sale based royalty. Whenever sale based royalty is there, I say that you have to pay me 5%. You have to pay me 5% royalty. Now, if you have to pay me 5% royalty, when will you pay me royalty? When will you pay me royalty? When you do the sale. Now, when will you do the sale, Baba? You will do the sale after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Can I say timing difference is there for 1 year? In that case, also significant financing component will not apply. Simple. Yes, sir. In these two cases, significant financing component will not apply. One of the very old past papers, 2008, at that time, this topic was tested for 4 marks. After that, I've never seen a question regarding that. Yes, sir. Now, difference between the promised consideration, the cash selling price arises from other reasons of finance. Like today, what I've done now. Today, I have a machine. I will provide this machine after 2 years. But today only, there is an auction for this. Now, everyone, whenever there is an auction, can I say the price will increase or not for that? Or many companies will do what? Now? Today, I say that I only have what? 10 Rolex watch. And this Rolex watch, we will sell after 1 year. After 1 year. What will you do? आपको ये Rolex watch चाहिए. What will you do, everyone? Can I say you will pay an advance today only for the company? Why? You will pay an advance today only for the company. Why? Because the company will give you this Rolex watch in future. You will have a fear that someone else will come and purchase this watch. So today only you give an advance amount and you lock it. In this case, the time gap is there for more than 12 months. In this case, do we apply significant financing component? No, beta. Will significant financing component apply here? No, 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 no. Nahi hoga, simple. Yes, sir. I hope this is clear to each and everyone. Significant financing component will not apply in these three cases. Discretion at the customer, sale-based royalty, and the payment is done because of protection purpose. Customer will try to protect itself. Yes, sir. Simple. So with this significant financing component is done and transaction price questions we have done in the class. Then coming to the next one, non-cash consideration. This topic, non-cash consideration, is frequently tested with what? This non-cash consideration is frequently tested with IFRS 2 share-based payment and IFRS 9 financial instrument. So see now, A Limited will sell watches, Rolex watch. It's an inventory for them. A Limited is selling Rolex watch to Raju. Raju क्या बोल रहा, पैसा ही नहीं है मेरे पास. Raju is saying that I do not have cash, but Raju is saying that I will give the shares of my company, or Raju will say that I have a Gucci bag, that Gucci bag I will give you. Now, in this case, A Limited will give the Rolex watch, Raju will give what, the Gucci bag. Now, in this case, A Limited will recognize this as a revenue. But what will be the transaction price? What will be the transaction price? The transaction price will be what? Fair value of the non-cash consideration received. See, the fair value of the non-cash consideration received will be the transaction price. Sir, if this is not available, then fair value of the goods or service given. The fair value of the goods or service given. This is about your non-cash consideration, frequently tested where there is issue of shares. So whatever is the share price today, mention that. And after this, which accounting you will do? Raju has given the shares to A Limited. After this, which accounting will follow? Today we have recognized debit credit. After this, what is the accounting we will do? After this, the accounting which will follow is what? IFRS 9. IFRS 9 financial instrument accounting will follow. This is the question which we have done. This is the question which we have done regarding this. Frequently tested. Yes, sir. So with this is also done. Non-cash consideration. Then coming to consideration payable to a customer. Here in this topic, we can say that entity will pay to the customer. I am selling today goods to you. I am selling goods today to you. You will pay me the amount, but I will give you back some amount. Why will I give you back some amount? Why will I pay you? What do you think, everyone? Why will I pay you? Now, you are my customer. I am your customer. You are my customer. I am your customer. Now, this amount, I am selling goods. You are giving me the amount. I give some amount back to you. Now, when I'm giving back to you, why will I give you? Either I purchase something from you. If I'm purchasing something from you, this will not affect the transaction price. If the amount which I'm giving to you relates to distinct goods or service, will not affect the transaction price, record the purchases as separating. But it does not relate to any goods or service. मैंने ऐसे ही दिया आपको पैसा. You have given me 10,000, I have given 2,000. In this case, this should be reduced from the transaction price because this will be accounted as a discount. This will be accounted as a discount. Yes, sir. That is about consideration payable to customer. The fifth point. So with this, your transaction price is completed. Your step number 3 is done. Any doubts to anyone in step number 3? Step number 3 has not been frequently tested, but important. Yes, sir. Then coming to step number 4. Step number 4, allocation of transaction price. There are 2 past papers regarding this. And one is the recent past papers only, September, December 2024. Where 8-mark question is there regarding this. Yes, sir. So allocation of transaction price, what do? We allocate the transaction price to each performance obligation identified in the contract on what basis? On standalone selling price. On standalone selling price, write down this 1 technical marks. Yes, sir. Sir, if standalone selling price is not available, then what should we do? सो स्टैंडअलोन सेलिंग प्राइस अवेलेबल है ही नहीं तो क्या करेंगे अपन? If standalone selling price is not available, then we will use the competitor's price. Sir, competitor's price is not available. Then we will follow what? Cost plus margin approach. So this also not available. Excellent. Then we'll use residual approach. So excellent. 1 marks. 1 marks has been tested in the latest past paper for 8 marks. Where you have to do the calculation, you have to mention each and every point. Yes, sir. This is about your step number 4, allocation of transaction price. Same question. The basic question which I have taken, same. It's same only. Nothing new. Yes. So with this, your step number 4 is done. Now coming to step number 5, an important topic again from theory point of view, theory question. Now recognize the revenue as and when the performance obligation is satisfied, as and when performance obligations are. When do we say performance obligation is satisfied? We say performance obligation is satisfied when control is transferred. When what is transferred? Control is transferred. Yes, sir. Control का meaning क्या है? Ability to direct the use and to take the substantial economic benefit. We have the right to take the substantial economic benefits. Now, what are the indicators that the control is transferred? When will I say that I have transferred the control of this phone to you? I will say when I have the right to the payment, entity has a present right to the payment. The customer has the legal title. Legally, I have given an invoice to you that this phone belongs to you. Then entity has transferred the physical possession. I have transferred this asset to you. आपके पास है ये phone. Yes, sir. The customer has significant risk and rewards. Risk and rewards relating to this phone will be related to you. Yes, sir. The customer has accepted the asset. You have accepted the asset. These all are what? Indicators that the control is transferred. Control is transferred. Again, important from question point of view, theory question specifically. Specifically, theory question. Yes, sir. So this is done. Now transfer of control. Sir, control कैसे transfer हो सकता है? Either control is transferred over the period or at point in time. Over the period or at point in time. So over the period means what? Over the period and at point in time. Over the period means over the years. At point in time means one shot. When will you say the revenue is recognized over the period? When any one condition is satisfied. What is the first one? Customer simultaneously receives and consumes the benefit as provided. As I'm providing, you are consuming the benefit. Simple. Entity performance create or enhance an asset, and that asset is controlled by whom? Customer. It is special in construction business. Yes, sir. Then asset being created does not have an alternative use. I am constructing a satellite for you. Chalo. I am constructing a satellite for you, and this satellite I can't use anywhere else. And after 1 year, you will say, sir, मेरे को चाहिए नहीं satellite. In this case, what will I do? I will say in the contract that I will say what? I will have the right over what? To the payment for the performance completed to date. I will have the right to the payment for the performance completed to date. जितना काम किया उतना पैसा लूंगा मैं आपसे. The work which I've done, I'll take the entire amount from you. Simple. Whether you take the satellite or not, simple. I do not care about that. Whatever work I've done, you have to give me the amount. In that case, your revenue is recognized over the period. Yes. If not, we will any one condition is not satisfied, we recognize the revenue at point in time, one shot. Simple. Yes, sir. This is about your transfer of control. This is about your step number 5. Step number 5, theory part is done. Then coming to the input and output method. Input and output method. किसने किसने ये टॉपिक किया बताओ? Did you do this topic? और कि सर ये तो एफआर में आता है, एसबीआर में नहीं आता है. सेम ही. Input method, output method. Did you do this topic? और कि सर एफआर में है, एसबीआर में नहीं आएगा. यू हैव टू डू दिस बाबा. करना पड़ेगा आपको. Previous December pre-mock a question was there for 12 marks regarding input and output, the entire revenue calculation and entire revenue presentation. So it's very important. Yes, sir. Now coming especially to input and output method. Sir, when we recognize the revenue over the period, sir, how should we recognize? We should recognize over the period. Sir, how, sir? कैसे? क्या करेंगे? Here we have to follow either input or output method, especially in construction business. Yes. Now see, input method means what? Input method. Here this input and output method we are using why? To calculate a percentage, to determine what is the work that is done. So input method is based on the expenses we have incurred. Output method is based on the value of the work. So input method, how do we calculate the percentage? Cost incurred till date divided by total estimated price. Total estimated price will include what? Cost incurred plus future estimated cost. Output method will include work certified divided by total contract price. You will get the percentage. This percentage we have to calculate each reporting date. ये जो percentage है, this percentage we have to calculate each reporting date. At each reporting date, yes sir. That is 20, 70, 90 and 100%. That is what everyone, that is cumulative. This is what everyone, this is cumulative. Hanji sir. So this is 20, this is 70, but here only 50% revenue we recognize. Here 30% we recognize. Here only 10% revenue we recognize. Yes, sir. Simple and easy. Now see, step number one, calculate overall profit or loss, whether profit is there or loss is there. Sir, if loss is there, then IAS 37, onerous contract, remember, will come into picture here. Step number two is what? Identify the percentage which we have seen above. Yes. Step number three kya hai? Step number three is the revenue. So whatever is the contract price, the total price into the percentage, less revenue recognized in previous year. Less revenue recognized in previous year. Yes, sir. Then cost of sales will be what? What is the actual cost we have incurred in the current year? कितना खर्चा हुआ है current year के लिए? उतना रिकॉर्ड कर लेंगे. Output method, work certified minus revenue recognized in the previous year, less the actual cost incurred. Simple. Then step number four is what? Contract asset and contract liability. So what does this mean? First, you'll mention revenue recognized to date. Let's say I have recognized revenue of 10,000 beta, but I have only received 8,000 from the customer, or I have only invoiced of 8,000. This 2,000 will be what? मैंने रेवेन्यू कितने का रिकॉग्नाइज किया है? 10,000, बट मेरे को पैसा कितने का मिल रहा है? Only 8,000. I have invoiced only 8,000. I'll get 8,000. So the remaining 2,000 will be a contract asset. Contract asset will be recognized in the balance sheet under current asset. Under current asset, yes, sir. Sir, if it is negative, sir, instead of 10,000, sir, we have already invoiced 12,000. This 2,000 is negative. It will be a contract liability. It will be what, everyone? Contract liability. Hanji, sir. So this input and output method is also done. So step one is calculate loss method. Step two is percentage. Step three, revenue. And step four, contract asset and liability. Now a question comes, sir. Now see everyone. If loss is that, then what should we do? Today I say I have a contract. 10 lakh rupees is the price which I'll get. 4 lakh is the cost which I've already incurred, and 8 lakh I will incur in future. So what is my loss total? My total loss is 2 lakhs every. Yes, sir. But I have recognized revenue of 5 million, 5 lakhs, cost of sales of 6 lakhs. What is the loss I have recognized? I have recognized the loss of only 1 lakh. I have recognized the loss of only 1 lakh. In this case, what should we do? In this case, standard is saying what? Because of prudence concept, we have to recognize the entire loss today only. If we want to recognize the entire loss today, everyone, what we will increase? Bata, what we will increase, everyone? Cost of sales. Debit cost of sales and credit provision. Yes, बेटे. Cost of sales expense record करेंगे and credit what? Provision record करेंगे. Provision क्या बनेगा? Onerous contract. IAS 37, remember? Yes, sir. So increase the cost of sales by 1 lakh only, because already 1 lakh का loss recognize कर लिया अपन ने. The remaining 1 lakh we have to recognize. I'll increase it. Simple, done. Yes, sir. So with this part is done. Now, where progress cannot be mentioned. Sometimes what will happen now, you can't measure the percentage. Sir, we can't measure the percentage. In that case, what should we do? Whatever cost you have incurred, whatever cost we have incurred, and you believe that the cost will be recovered, recognize this as a revenue. Let's say I have incurred a cost of 100. The cost only will become revenue when it is recovered. When it will be recovered, Hanji sir. But I say 100 is the cost, but I will only recover 80. So my revenue also will be what, everyone? 80 only. My revenue also will be what? 80, Hanji sir. So this is also done. Your step number 5, theory is done. Calculation part is done. Sir, good question to do. Your December pre-mock, you can do that. I've uploaded video on the YouTube channel. You can have a reference so that you'll have an idea regarding this. Yes, sir. So this is done. So step 1, and step 5. Or you can refer this question also. It's okay, no issues. So till here, 5 steps are done. Any doubts to anyone? Batao. No, synchronizing, no. Som sir, Rahul sir, Kirtana, Manit, Ashika, सबको क्लियर है? हाँ सर, नॉट क्लियर है। क्या रे, क्या क्लियर नहीं है? सोम सर, कौन सा टॉपिक क्लियर नहीं है? क्लियर है? यस सर। So chalo, with this is done. Now let us start with special cases. 10 to 12 special cases are there. See, question usually come from step number 2, step number 5 or special cases. In special cases, there are 3 to 4 points which I'll mention. Keep in mind. Simple. Yes, sir. Now coming to special cases, everyone. The first one is principal and agent. Sir, हमको आता है. Everyone say me, how will the principal recognize revenue? Gross or net basis? Gross or net basis? GA or NA? Chat box में. Gross or net basis? Gross. Yes, sir. Gross basis. Agent will recognize only the commission as the revenue. Sir, we know, sir, principal and agents, sir, principal will recognize the revenue on gross basis, agent will recognize the revenue on net basis. Now, why are we learning this? We are learning this to determine the transaction price, not when the revenue is recognized. Principal and agent concept we are learning to determine the transaction price, not when the revenue is recognized. Revenue will be recognized once the control is transferred. Simple. Now, principal means what? Principal means what? So, principal means an entity that is primarily responsible for fulfilling the contract. The entity has inventory risk before goods or service has been transferred to the customer. Yes, sir. Risk किसके पास है? If the risk of the inventory is with entity A, then entity A will be the principal. Entity A has the discretion in establishing the price for goods or service. So entity has the right, or the entity can set the price for the goods or service. Then we say it's a principal and agent. Principal will recognize the revenue on gross basis. If I say 100 is the selling price and the commission is 10, so revenue will be of 100. What will do for this 10, everyone? ये 10 का क्या करेंगे अपन, बताओ? This 10, what we will do? This 10 will be recognized as an expense. This 10 will be recognized as an expense in P&L. Which category? Operating category, you will recognize this as an expense. Haan ji, sir. So this principal and agent part is done. The case 1 is done. Yes, sir. In a regular class, we have done question number 1. Yes, sir. Then coming to the next important topic, sale with right to return. How many of you have done this topic? बताओ. अभी तक एग्जाम में नहीं आया. This can be a question for March attempt, so do not be surprised to see a question. हाँ, there is a past paper, but that past paper is not a detailed question. How many of you have done this topic? Yes or no in the chat box. Not. Why, Manit sir? ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ? हाँ, सिंचना सिंह, yes. Others done. Okay. Then if you have done, can you say me, everyone, this topic has a relationship with which? This has a link with which step? Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. हाँ. Sale with right to return has a link with which topic? अरे नहीं बाबा, नहीं राजा, नहीं 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 नहीं, इल्ले 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 इल्ले, नो 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 नो. Okay, step 5. Other than that, step number 3, variable consideration. Variable consideration, yes. Variable revenue we consider, yes, yes, yes. आशिका, राइट बेटे. सो सी है ना. चलो एग्जाम्पल ही लेता हूँ जो क्लास में लिया है, रादर देन जस्ट रीडिंग दी थियरी. कुछ समझ में आने वाला नहीं है थियरी से, ऊपर ही जाएगा सीधा सिर के ऊपर. लेट्स थिंक. आई से राम इज देयर. राम इज परचेजिंग 10 जैकेट्स फ्रॉम Amazon और 10 iPhones. यस बेटे. राम is purchasing 10 iPhones or 10 jackets. Now Amazon will say that based on the past records, we know that and we have given a written policy 30 days. Within 30 days, Ram can return this. And Amazon knows based on the past records that Ram will only keep 8 jackets. Ram will only keep 8 jackets. In this case, what should we do? Can I say revenue should only be recognized for 8 jackets. So debit cash that is coming in 2000. The amount we will receive full for the 10 jackets. ऐसे नहीं होगा कि Amazon will not take the money. Amazon will send you a jacket and they'll say in 30 days you can return. Will you return? Huh? Not possible. Amazon will say first pay the amount and then if you want to return, you can return to us. So debit cash, credit revenue only for 8 and liability for 2. Yes, sir. Whatever amount is there for the 2, we have to recognize this as liability because in future we have to return. So what would the entity have done? The entity would have recorded cost of sales for the entire 10 because inventory is going out. Credit inventory and debit ROU. No, credit inventory, debit COS, the cost of sales for the 10 jackets. Simple. Now, what should we do on day one? On the day one, as we have recognized this as a liability, on the day one, we recognize what? Debit right to receive asset. We have the right to receive the asset. Hanji, sir. So I record debit right to receive asset of 200 because I record this at cost and credit cost of sales. I recorded revenue for 8, but cost of sales for 10. Is this fair? Unfair? Matching principle against the matching principle. So what should we do? क्या करेंगे अपन? To match it, what we'll do, we will record this entry. Debit, right to receive asset, credit, cost of sales. Yes, sir. After 30 days, what can happen? 2 t-shirts or 2 jackets will be returned or no return. If no return, then what we do? We remove the liability, we record this as a sales. And right to receive asset, I'll remove. I will increase my cost of sales because this is an expense. Simple. Sir, if the 2 t-shirts are returned, I have to pay the amount. So remove the liability, cash is going out. And whatever is the right to receive asset, I will remove and I'll increase the cost of sales because no, I will recognize this as a debit inventory in the cost of sales. Simple. Debit inventory in the cost of sales. I'll increase my closing inventory. Yes, sir. Clear, everyone? Sale with right to return. So you can see here, theory likha hua. Recognize the refund liability for the consideration received on the goods expected to be returned by the customer. Revenue is recognized only to the goods that are expected to be remained with the customer or the goods that will not be returned. Simple. So sale with right to return is also done. We have done a question regarding this also. Hanji sir. Then coming to warranties, everyone. This topic is frequently tested in FR, but December attempt a 5-mark question came in consolidation question. I hope everyone knows in consolidation question, IAS and IFRS question can come for 5 to 4 marks. So in December attempt, a question was there in one of the set, warranties. Straightforward question, theory, direct question. So warranty, there are 2 types of warranty, assurance and service warranty. Assurance warranty means it is a requirement by law. The accounting is done as per IAS 37. Will IFRS 15 be affected? No, no, no. Service warranty or additional warranty, where you pay extra amount. If I purchase an iPhone today, Apple company will give me 1 year warranty. But Apple company is saying, ki, sir, if you give 2000, we will give additional 2 years warranty. In that case, that is known as additional warranty. How do we do the accounting? Additional warranty will be treated as a separate performance obligation. As a separate performance obligation. This will be treated as a separate performance obligation. Yes, sir. And we have to allocate the transaction price and we should recognize this as a liability, and over the period we have to recognize this as an income. Over the period we have to recognize this as an income. This is about your warranties. Yes, sir. Case number 3 is done. Yes, sir. Then coming to consignment arrangement. Consignment arrangement ka meaning kya hota hai? This is also tested in one of the past papers, Rubel company. So consignment arrangement, you can see. Now see an example here. This is Maruti Suzuki. It's a manufacturer. This manufacturer is providing the car to the dealer. Let's say I am the manufacturer, Maruti Suzuki. You are the dealer. I have given the car today to you. I have given the car today to you. Yes, sir. Now this car, what will you do? You will sell to the customers. Now this consignment arrangement, we are learning from what point of view? Do we see the transaction price or do we see the day when we recognize the revenue? This consignment arrangement will talk about what? Transaction price or it will talk about the day when the revenue should be recognized. It will talk about the day when the revenue should be recognized, whether the performance obligation is satisfied or not. It will not take into consideration the transaction price or step number 2. Only step number 5 will be involved here. Yes, sir. Now what happens? I have given 10 cars today to you. I say that you have 6 months time. During the 6 months, you have to sell the car. If not, you have to return me. You have to return me, or you have to pay the amount. Now, in this case, will we recognize the revenue today or after 6 months? Even though physical possession is with you, आपके पास है physical possession. Now, revenue. Will I recognize revenue today or after 6 months? What do you think, everyone? जब सेल होगा किसको? कस्टमर को. ओके. Now see everyone, this is the trap, exam trap. It's not always that until you sell to the customer. No. Until a specific event is occurred. That specific event can be what? Either we sell to the customer or the time period has been expired. Normally we say until and unless I sell to the customer, I'll not pay to whom? The manufacturer. So here consignment arrangement means what? Consignment arrangement means what? The revenue should be recognized when the control is transferred. Now, the entity controls the product until a specified event. Specified event can be a time period or until the good has been sold to the customer. The entity can require the return of the product. Whenever, during the 6 months, whenever the company wants, they can ask for the return of this car. Or Maruti Suzuki can say the dealer to provide this car to some other dealer. So in this case, is the control transferred? No, control is not transferred. If these are the indicators, do we recognize revenue today? No, 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 no. Revenue is recognized when the control is transferred. These are the indicators which indicates that the control is not transferred. Control transfer nahi hua hai. Yes, sir. This is about consignment arrangement. So we have done a question. Then coming to bill and hold arrangement. In bill and hold arrangement, what will happen? In bill and hold arrangement, what will happen? Today I am selling a machine to you. I am selling a machine to you. But you're saying कि sir मैं इंडिया में नहीं हूँ. I am on a trip. I am in Dubai. After 1 month I will come back and I'll collect the machine. I am selling a machine today to you. You have placed the order. I am ready to sell a machine. It's ready. I can transfer you. But you are saying कि sir I will come back after 1 month and collect this machine from you. Keep this in your warehouse. Now will the revenue be recognized today or after 1 month? What do you think, everyone? Will the revenue be recognized today or after 1 month? Today, when the conditions are satisfied. What are the conditions? When it is requested by the customer, product must be identified. The product currently must be ready for physical transfer when the customer comes, and the entity cannot use or sell to someone else. All the 4 conditions should be satisfied. It's not or here. It's and all the 4 conditions should be satisfied. Hanji sir. So with this, your bill and hold arrangement is also done. So we have done a past paper regarding this also. Then coming to the next special case, non-refundable fees. How many of you have done this topic? Batao. क्या है ये टॉपिक? Yes. Okay. A past paper is the latest September, December 2025, the latest past paper. Non-refundable fees. 4 mark question is that. Yes, sir. Now, non-refundable fees means what? Let me take an example. Let's say Ram is there. Ram wants to join a gym. Ram wants to join a gym. Now, when Ram wants to join a gym, Ram has to pay a registration fees of 1,000. For the 12 months, he'll pay the membership fees, that is 12,000. But to register himself, he have to pay 1,000 extra. Now, this 1,000 is known as what? Non-refundable fees. Now, how should we do the accounting for this 1,000? The accounting for this 1,000 depends whether any distinct goods or services received or not. This 1,000, if let's say the gym is giving a kit to you, a gym kit. In this case, can I say this relates to what? This relates to what? A distinct goods or service. This 1,000 relates to distinct goods or service. Yes, sir. In that case, revenue. If this relates to distinct goods or service, revenue is recognized when the goods or services are transferred. If it does not relate to goods or service, distinct goods or service, account this as a revenue over the period as and when the performance obligation is satisfied. Yes, sir. This is about your non-refundable fees. Simple. I hope this is clear to each and everyone. Do the latest past paper, you'll understand. Where question is regarding IAS 12 also. दोनों mix है. IFRS 15 and IAS 12 deferred tax part. This is done. So we have done a question. ऐसा ही same question ही है उसमें भी. Yes, sir. With this is done. Now चलो the next one. Contract cost. How many of you have done this topic? बताओ मेरे को ये भी. Contract cost. I think 2 or 3 past papers are there regarding this also. Done. Kirtan is saying yes, sir. किया है. Others? किया है. Okay. Okay. Now, contract cost, there are two types of cost: contract acquisition cost, contract fulfillment cost. बेटे, contract acquisition cost, sir, contract acquisition cost का meaning क्या है? To acquire this contract, to acquire the contract we have done, there is some cost. Let's say I have sales team, I have 10 of them. These 10 of them are traveling all over India to get the contract. When they are traveling, can I say I have to pay the travel expenses? I have to pay the stay expense wherever they will stay, expense that. Now, this is known as what? Contract acquisition cost. Whether I will get a contract or not, still I have this as an expense. So this I will recognize in P&L as an expense, straightforward, simple. Then incremental cost. As I obtain a contract, there is a cost. Let's say ki, okay, I'm paying some sale commission. I got a contract. One of the employer has got me a contract and I'm paying 10% commission. This 10% commission, I will recognize this as an asset. Asset means asset. I will recognize this asset is like your inventory and I will recognize in P&L over the period. I will recognize this in P&L over the period as an expense. So contract acquisition cost. Contract acquisition cost. Cost is incurred whether or not we get a contract, P&L, dump it. Then incremental cost. Because I got this contract, I have to pay some amount. Incremental cost. So this is recognized as an asset and over the period we recognize this as an expense. Yes, sir. Then contract fulfillment cost. So, sir, to fulfill this contract, there is a cost. So to fulfill this contract, the cost which are incurred and if they are treated as per any standard, follow the respective account. Like IAS 2, IAS 16, 38, 40, whichever standard is applying, follow that, complete it. Simple, no issue. But if cost incurred and it is not covered in any standard, if cost is incurred and it is not covered in any standard, then what should we do? We should recognize this as an asset. Asset means like inventory, bete. I recognize 1,000 as inventory and over the period I'll recognize this as an expense. Yes, sir. When will you recognize as an asset? When three conditions are satisfied. One is what? It should be directly related. It should be directly related. Yes, sir. Entity will recover this money from the customer. Yes. Then cost generated or enhance resources of the entity that will be used to satisfy performance obligation. It enhances the asset for whom? It provides a benefit to whom? To the customer. And it is an obligation for us. It is an obligation for us. Why we are incurring this? Because it is an obligation. I am incurring this cost to fulfill the obligation. Yes, in that case, we will recognize this as an asset and over the period, we will recognize this what? As an expense in P&L. Yes, sir. Now, there are some costs which are recognized in P&L as an expense. General administrative overheads in P&L. Abnormal cost in P&L as an expense. You can refer the Carson question past paper where you will have an idea. Same question. The question which we have done in class, one of the past paper is same, copy paste. So with this, your contract cost is also done, everyone. Contract cost is also done. Any doubts to anyone in contract cost? No, no? Then this is an additional point. How many of you have done this point? Customers option for additional goods and service. क्या है क्या ये टॉपिक बताओ मेरे को. देयर आर मल्टीपल केसेस बेटे और क्वेश्चन मल्टीपल केसेस से ही आता है फ्रीक्वेंटली इन एग्जाम. Last attempt we have seen question regarding step 2, step 4, warranty and repurchase. Have you done this topic? Customers option for additional goods and services. हाँ, नहीं किया है. ठीक है, यस नो आया ही नहीं है। नो अदर्स। नो 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 नो, अरे यार नो। It's mentioned on the study hub. This and there is one more point. Both are mentioned on the study hub. So let me discuss. So have an idea about customer option for additional goods and service. See now, let me take an example. ये वाला. Let me take the same example. Lens cart. Raju is that. Raju wants to purchase glasses. Now Raju will go to what? Lens cart. I hope everyone knows lens cart क्या है, क्या मिलता है उधर. Yes sir. So Raju needs glasses. Raju will go to lens cart. Yes sir. Now lens cart has given what now? Assume you are a customer. You are going to lens cart. Lens cart has given an option. Raju will get a discount of 40% on any glass purchase up to 1,000 within 1 year. If you go to Zara or H&M, can I say they'll give you or not? Ki sir, within 1 year, if you purchase any other item, if you do your next purchase, you will get 40% discount. Yes or no? ऐसे होता है कि नहीं प्रैक्टिकल वर्ल्ड में? Today you are purchasing a t-shirt and Zara or Zudio, not Zara and H&M are saying what? Sir, if you purchase something within 1 year, you will get 40% discount on that purchase. And the purchase value should be more than 1,000 rupees. So same way Lenskart has mentioned. So can I say this 1,000 rupees which Raju is paying here, this 1,000 has two obligations or not? One is the glass which we have purchased and the one which is the discount that will be provided in future. दो परफॉर्मेंस ऑब्लिगेशन है कि नहीं? एक तो ग्लास प्रोवाइड करना ही करना है, स्पेक्स, as well as the discount that we have to provide in future. So there are two performance obligation. Yes, sir. So this option which is given, it's an obligation. So see now we have to calculate this transaction price is 1,000. We have to allocate this based on the glasses and based on the discount. So we have to calculate the SSP of this. So the SSP of this glasses is 1,000 and the SSP of the discount is what we have to calculate. Now I say within 1 year, what is the discount the customer will get? 1,000 if he purchase into 40. 400 is the discount, everyone. 400 is the discount. 400 is the discount. Hanji sir. 400 is the discount. This is the discount which we have to give. But we say what now? We say that the customer will only purchase goods worth of 500. The customer will purchase goods worth of 500. Now, if we are estimating that the customer will purchase goods based off 500, and what is the probability that the customer will purchase? 80%. And what is the discount? 40. But we are only considering 30% because normal discount is what, everyone? 10%. Company is saying that, sir, within 1 year, if you purchase any item below 1,000, you will get a discount of 40%. But the normal discount the company gives is 10 only. Whenever you go, you'll get a 10% discount normally. तो आपको additional कितना मिल रहा है? 30. So this is the way you calculate the standalone selling price. The standalone selling price is 120. The probability we have to consider what is the value of the purchase in future and the discount. The discount will not be normal one. It will exclude the normal discount. Normally the company is giving 10, so 30 is the additional discount which we are considering here. Yes, sir. So this 1,120 is the total price. So 1,000 into 1,000 divided by 1,120 and 1,000 into 120 divided by 1,120, you will get this. So what will record? Debit cash of 1,000 which Lenskart company has received, credit revenue relating to the glasses, yes, and credit liability of this 108. Now, when can we convert this into revenue? We can convert this into revenue when customer will redeem the discount or when it expires. Within 1 year, the customer did not come. If the customer did not come, remove this from liability and recognize in revenue. If the customer comes and collect, if the customer comes and redeem this, so remove the liability, simple, and at that time remove this and record the normal sales entry. Yes. So with this is also done. I hope you got an idea with this example. Understood? It's simple, but you have to identify the performance obligation. You have to calculate the standalone selling price. Our question is that I mentioned this theory in detail. What should we do? You can refer this. And a question is also given. You can refer this. So this is also done. हाँ जी sir, ये भी हो गया आपका. Then coming to the next topic, everyone. Coming to the next topic, that is repurchase agreement. Two more topics: repurchase and modification. Very important. How many of you have done modification here? In revenue, did you do modification? Repurchase, तो I hope you would have done. Repurchase everyone. I hope सबने repurchase किया होगा. हाँ हाँ, ये करके जाना. There are multiple questions regarding this. Yes, sir. So now repurchase agreement. चलो, directly I'll jump to your this one only. So now see everyone. A repurchase agreement is a contract in which an entity sells goods and also promises or has an option to repurchase. Now, whenever there is a repurchase agreement, is the control transferred, everyone? Yes or no? Is the control transferred here? Arey no, Baba, nahi, nahi. In case of repurchase, revenue should not be recognized as the customer does not obtain control, even though the customer may have the physical possession. आपके पास फिजिकल पोजीशन होगा, स्टिल कंट्रोल इज नॉट ट्रांसफर. द एंटिटी शेल अकाउंट फॉर द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एज आइदर ऑफ द फॉलोइंग. यस सर. So there could be forward agreement, call option, or put option. Forward or future, call option. Now see, if the repurchase price is more, how will you account this, everyone? If the repurchase price is more, how we will account this? IFRS 9 or lease accounting? Do we follow financial liability or lease liability? Do we do the accounting as per financial instrument or IFRS 16? 9 or 16? Say me. If the repurchase price is more. 9. Financial liability you'll record. Whatever amount we have received, debit, bank, credit, financial liability, yes sir. And over the period, we will recognize this as an expense. Sir, at the end, customer ने repurchase ही नहीं किया. Not customer, sorry. The entity has not repurchased. I am selling you and I am saying that I'll repurchase. At the end of the term, I did not repurchase. Then what will I do? If repurchase is not done, then what do we do? Whatever is the financial liability, we will recognize this in revenue. We'll recognize this in revenue. I have never seen a question regarding this point, but if it comes in the exam, be aware. Yes, sir. Sir, if the repurchase price is less than the selling price. So selling price is 10,000, repurchase price is 8,000. I am selling this to you for 10,000. Why will I repurchase this from you at 8,000, everyone? Can I say I have given this asset to you for use? So then in that case, we follow IFRS 16, lease accounting. It should meet the definition of what? Lease. So debit bank, credit deposit liability, and credit unearned income. So bank is how much? 10,000. Deposit liability is 8,000. And 2,000 is what? Unearned income. This income we will recognize in P&L over the lease term. Over the lease term. Hanji sir. Over the lease term. This is the accounting. Yes, sir. This is regarding what? Call option, forward, and future. Now coming to put option, everyone. In case of put option, who will have the right? Will entity have the right or the customer will have? In case of put option. In case of put option, customer के पास होगा. Yes, sir. Customer के पास होगा. Yes, yes, yes. Now see everyone. I say the selling price is 100, everyone. And the repurchase price is 70. Now, how do we compare? Customer has an option. Now, customer has the option. Whatever customer will say, you have to follow. जैसे customer बोलेगा, आपको नाचना पड़ेगा. Simple. Other than this, nothing. Whatever the customer will say, you have to follow. Now, I say the market value of this is 90. The market value is 90. Will the customer sell you or will the customer sell in the market? Selling price is 100, repurchase price is 70, and the market price is 90. Customer will sell to the market. If the customer will sell in the market, everyone, customer will sell in the market here. Can I say here, what is this? The repurchase price is lower. You will say, ki sir, lease accounting karna. Now, will you do the lease accounting here? Will you do the lease accounting here? Nahi, Baba, nahi. No, you will not do the lease accounting. Then what will you do? What accounting will follow? Sale with right to return on this earth. Now see everyone. I say selling price is 100, repurchase price is Market price. I say repurchase price is 110, market price is 90. Now say, will the customer sell you or in the market? The customer will sell to the entity or in the market? Entity, yes. Now, entity. So, can I say here, what did we consider? Can I say we have to consider whether the customer will have economic incentive, whether the customer will have what economic incentive, the customer has an economic incentive. Now, how will you do the accounting? Selling price is less, repurchase price is more. We will follow what everyone? IFRS 9. Now I say selling price is 100, repurchase price is 90, market price is 70. Now say me, will the customer sell you or not? The customer will sell you or not? Bata. The customer will sell to the entity or not, everyone? Yes. Now, if the customer will sell to whom, so the customer will sell this to whom, will sell to the entity. Now, in this case, will you for what will you do? Here IFRS 9, here what we will do? IFRS 16 accounting. Clear? So, what is important in the exam? Mention this key term. We have to evaluate whether there is an economic incentive or economic benefit for whom? Customer. Yes, sir. In that case, we'll do. If no obligation to repurchase, when there is no obligation, when there is no economic benefit, in that case, we'll do sale with right to return. If economic benefit is there, then follow the same accounting as we have done. Yes, sir. Now, everyone, I'll give an example. Please say me, will you recognize the revenue or not? I am selling goods today to you. I am selling goods today to you. I can repurchase the goods from you. I have an option to repurchase from you. And it is highly probable that I'll not repurchase. I am selling you the goods. I can repurchase from you, but I say it is highly probable that I'll not repurchase from you. In this case, can you recognize revenue or no? Say me. Yes means what? We can recognize revenue, you're saying, better. That means control is transferred. If you're saying that yes, control is transferred. Okay, others? I say that it is highly probable that I will not repurchase from you. Yes, if there is reasonable certainty, then no repurchase, then we will recognize revenue. You're saying. My case is clear. I am saying that I am selling you goods. It is highly probable that I'll not repurchase, but I have an option. Will I recognize revenue or not? Yes or no? Yes means revenue, no means no. Say me, chalo. Manidhi Singh, yes. Others? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that means control is transferred. नहीं बेटे गलत है ये एग्जाम ट्रैप. It's no, even though it is highly probable that we will not. But do you have an option or not, everyone? अरे आपके पास ऑप्शन है कि नहीं? Yes, there is a past paper also regarding this, which there is a link with IFRS 16, the latest past paper only. If entity has an option to repurchase, control is not transferred. Whether highly probable or not, you will not consider that. You will not consider it. You will not consider it. Yes, sir. You will not consider it. Clear? Remember this point. Exam trap. Whether FR or SBR. For FR in MCQ it will come. SBR case scenario will come. So with this, multiple questions we have done in the class. 3 questions we have done. Yes, sir. Now coming to the last topic, everyone. Contract modification. How many of you have done this topic? Bata. Done. Okay. Done. Others? अरे पास्ट पेपर इज दर बाबा. कौन सा पास्ट पेपर है? रेगुलर बैच स्टूडेंट सेमी पास्ट पेपर विच ईयर? मार्च जून 2000 मार्च जून 2025. वी हैव डिस्कस इन द क्लास. इधर ही है, क्वेश्चन अटैच्ड है. So now coming to contract modification. Sir, when there will be modification in the contract, the contract will be modified if the selling price is increased or decreased, or the number of units are increased. Today I'm selling you 10,000 iPhones for $1,000. Then we have done this contract. After 2 days, you'll say, Ki, sir, provide me 20,000 iPhones at 900. So can I say modification is there or not, beta? Modification again? Yes, sir. Now, modification that will include or that should be considered as a separate contract when the modification will be treated as a separate contract if both the conditions are satisfied. The first one is what? Increase the scope by adding new goods or service. That is new goods or service, and increase in the contract price reflect the standalone selling price. If the selling price is standalone and goods or services are new and the goods or services are distinct, in that case we will account this separately. No need to do anything. Yes, sir. But now coming to the second point. If the remaining goods or services are not if the remaining goods or services, or if I say if goods or services, if the new goods or services are that are distinct but is standalone selling price nahi hai. Goods or services are distinct but the price is not standalone selling price because the price has been reduced, or the remaining goods or services are distinct from the goods or services on or before the modification date, then what should we do? Prospective treatment. We have to terminate the old contract, we have to bring in the new contract. Either I purchase new goods or service, the selling price is not standalone. Do prospective accounting simple, yes, sir. Or the remaining goods or services are that this remaining goods or services are distinct, then do prospective accounting, yes. In this case, prospective accounting means what? Terminate the old contract, bring in a new contract. So transaction price for new contract will be what? Remainder of the transaction price in the existing contract that has not been recognized as revenue and the consideration promised in the contract. Let me take an example. Let's say 1,000 units I had to supply. I have supplied 500. Yes, sir. Can I say everyone the remaining 500 are distinct or not? Are remaining 500 are distinct or not? I have already provided 500 and in future I'll provide you 500 more. It is distinct. So what we will follow? What will follow? Prospective treatment. Yes, sir. I say, I say now, I have additional contract of 500, but the price will be 9 here. But the price will be 9. So can I say additional goods or services are there, but the price is not standalone? In this case, what should we do? In this case, we have to terminate the old contract. In new contract, how many units are there? 500 into 10, then 500 into 9. So what this total will be? Divided by 1,000. So what is the average selling price which we have to consider for future period? The average selling price should be 9.5. This is about this prospective treatment where we terminate the old contract and bring in new contract. Then the next one, if the remaining goods or services are not distinct, the remaining goods or services are not distinct, sir, are not distinct. In that case, we do a prospective treatment. We do the accounting retrospectively. That means cumulative catch-up basis. Prospective nahi hoga, no prospective. Retrospective, that is cumulative catch-up basis. Cumulative catch-up basis means you will see the entire revenue. And whatever revenue we have recognized in the previous year, we have to increase or decrease it based on the calculation. Yes, sir. This is about your contract modification. So multiple examples we have taken in a class. Question 1 we are done. Question 2 we are done. And this was your latest past paper as I mentioned. This was your latest past paper. Yes, sir. Once do this, you will get an idea. Yes. So with this, your revenue is also completed. IFRS 15 भी हो गया है आपका. Understood? Now I can't go in detail of contract modification. नहीं. I've given the idea. Do questions, you will get an idea. Yes, sir. Now see, these are the past papers, everyone, regarding revenue. Each and everything we had discussed. I hope everyone have done the concept of crowdfunding. Do this question. Latest past paper. Yes, sir. So with this, your IFRS 15 revenue is done. Hanji, sir. So two big standards are done. Now what we'll do, we'll take a break, come back and complete IAS 19 and IFRS 8. It will not take much time. Like leases and revenue, itna time nahi lagega. So it's 12.7 everyone. B back by 12.70. Any doubts to anyone? You can ask me now in break. Yes, yes, yes. Chalo, chalo, aja. So we have completed two big standards. And now starting with the third important standard, IAS 19 employee benefit. I hope सबको आता है ये standard, हाँ? Very important for March exam. September no question, December no question. So March attempt question can come. Do not be surprised. Specifically, question number one, consolidation or in with cash flow or balance sheet of P&L. When I upload the production video, so have a look on that. एक बार देख लेना वीडियो. Yes sir. तो चलो now IAS 19 employee benefit a very easy standard. किस किस को टफ लगता है ये स्टैंडर्ड? इज दिस इजी और टफ? बताओ चलो चैट बॉक्स में. टफ? अरे बाप रे बाप. अदर्स? वन इज सेइंग इजी, अदर्स टफ. अरे बाप रे. ओके. इजी. ओके. अदर्स? See, there are two ways to learn the standard. Either you ratify the format which is given, or you understand each and everything. If you have understood each and everything, how the accounting is done, why X, Y, Z, in a regular class, we have spent 3 hours to discuss why the accounting is done like this, how each and every term is calculated. Why do we say what is this term? Iska meaning kya? Each and everything. Yes, sir. Now, chalo, let us start with this. Employee benefit. So scope, definition, type of employee benefit, accounting for leave absence. Only one of the old past paper, this question is there. Then short-term benefit, long-term benefit, only one question is there. Then employee post-employment benefit plan, 8 questions are there. Termination benefit, only one question, which is linked with IAS 37. Yes, sir. Now, chalo scope. This standard will apply to all the employee benefit expense other than share-based payment. The ESOP which is given, the ESOP accounting is covered in IFRS 2 only, not here. Yes, sir. Then employee benefit. Employee benefit will include each and every benefit that is given to the employee. Employee will include director, other management personnel. Employee can be a permanent, full-time, part-time, freelance, etc. Each and everything will be considered. Yes, sir. Now coming to the four types of employee benefit. Short-term employee benefit, long-term employee benefit, post-employment benefit, and termination benefit. Yes, sir. In the exam, the frequently repeated topic is what post-employment benefit. Long-term employee benefit, same like your post-employment benefit. Termination, only one past paper is that. Short-term benefit has multiple topics. Let us see that. So short-term employee benefit. Short-term employee benefit will include what all, everyone? So short-term employee benefit will what does short-term employee benefit means? Means the amount or the benefit that is paid before 12 months after the end of the reporting period. After the end of the reporting period, yes. That means what? If this is the current year, that means within 12 months. Within 12 months from what date? From the reporting date. From the reporting date we should consider. That will be your short-term benefit. Yes, sir. Now, short-term benefits, how do we recognize? Recognize this as an expense in P&L under the operating category. Will you apply the present value concept here? Do we follow the present value concept here? Discounting? No, beta. Discounting we will not follow. Simple. Yes, sir. So we have seen in detail how the accounting is done with the help of journal entry. Yes, sir. Now, one important note, everyone. Whenever a construction is done, let's say IAS 16 PP, we are constructing. It's a factory building we are constructing. Now, whenever we are doing the construction and we are paying the salary to the workers, do we recognize this as an expense in P&L or do we capitalize? अरे इसको capitalize कर देते अपन. Short term benefit will be recognized as an expense unless included in the cost price of the asset due to the requirement of other IAS or IFRS. If it's a requirement by other IAS and IFRS, what should we do? We have to consider this. Yes, sir. We have to consider this. Simple. Done with this. Then accounting for leave absences. How many of you have done this topic? Accumulating, non-accumulating leaves. किया है क्या ये टॉपिक की नहीं किया है कि छोड़ दिया है? बताओ. डन. अरे बाप रे बाप. अदर्स? मेनी स्टूडेंट्स विल नेग्लेक्ट दिस. अरे सर किधर आएगा सर क्वेश्चन हमको? नो. देखो आया नहीं. यस. यस राकेश. चलो देन. I'll not explain in detail. In class, we have seen in detail. But now, see here. Short-term compensated, the short-term leaves or the accounting for leaves. Yes, sir. Now, accounting treatment for leaves. If leave is used during the year only we are using this leave, will there be any obligation for the company to pay? No, better nine. If leave is not used within the year, we are not using the leave, we are carry forwarding it. Either we carry forward and we utilize in the next year, or the company will pay us the amount. Non-accumulating cannot be carry forward. The entity is saying that you can't carry forward, we will not give you anything. It's your mistake. क्यों काम किया आपने? किसने बोला काम करने के लिए? The director or the manager will say, did we mention that you have to work? No. You have to take holiday. So in that case, also no treatment. But accumulating can be carry forward. Accumulating, that means we can carry forward, or the cash will be given for that. Or cash will be given for that. Yes, sir. So see, unvested, vested. Vested means cash again leave. The company will give you cash. If the company is giving you cash, current year leave. Now the entity is giving the cash in the next year. Will the company recognize this as an expense in the current year or the next year? Will the company recognize this as an expense in the current year or the next year? This year, why accrual principle, accrual matching principle? You should know accrual. This year you have earned this. So in the current year, the company will recognize this as an expense. Yes, sir. Leave against leave. In this case, also the company will recognize what? An obligation, as an obligation in what? In the current year only. Yes, sir. In the current year. There should be no doubt in this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With this part is clear. Now I'll not go in detail. In class we have discussed in detail. बेटे बहुत detail में किया था अपन ये topic. If you remember, year one, year two, salary is what? Then what will happen? Have a reference is sufficient. I have never seen a question. But do not be surprised to see a question. Hmm. This one question we have done. Have a reference. You'll understand this. Yes, sir. Then coming to bonus. Sir, bonus. The company is saying that we will pay bonus. If the company is saying that we will pay bonus, this is also a short-term benefit. So debit, employee benefit, expense, credit, provision. We have to recognize this provision because we have to pay in future. Yes, sir. And once it is paid in future, remove the provision and say credit cash. Simple. Done with this also. Then coming to the important topic, post-employment benefit. Yes, sir. Post-employment benefit like pension, gratuity, etc. How should we do the accounting? Simple. So there are two types of benefit plan. The first one is what, everyone? Contribution plan. The second one is benefit plan. In contribution plan, everyone, risk belongs to whom? Chalo, see me. In contribution plan, risk belongs to whom? Will the risk belong to the employee or the employer? Employee or the employer? किसका risk है? Employer. One is saying employer, employee. अरे contribution plan risk किसका है? Employee. हाँ, it is employee, not employer, Raja. See, now contribution plan means what? If you're working in my company, what is my duty? To contribute a amount. I'll contribute a specific amount. After this 100 becomes 10,000 or 10 lakh rupees. Whatever is the benefit, all this becomes zero. Is it my responsibility or it is your responsibility? It is your responsibility only. I have invested. My duty is only to invest the amount. Yes, bete. So in contribution plan, the employer will only contribute the money. The risk will belong to whom? To the employee. Yes, sir. So what is the journal entry? Debit, employer benefit, expense, credit, contribution payable. Then once it is paid, contribution payable, we remove and credit cash or bank. So salary into the contribution percentage, we will consider. Yes, sir, we will consider this. So this is a question which we have done. Whatever is the salary into the percentage, recognize this simple every year, because every year the employer will contribute. So there is a basket. In this basket, every year they will keep this money. Piggy bank, you can say in that way. Yes, sir. Then coming to defined benefit plan. Can I say in defined benefit plan, the risk is with the employer? Employer will promise that we will give you 1 CR during your retirement. Now, the amount which they have invested, See, if you're working for a company for 40 years, after 40 years, you'll get 1 CR. Now, for this 40 years, can I say every year the company will deposit something in the piggy bank or not, or in the basket, so that this amount will become 1 CR in future. And after that, you'll get that. Now, let's say we have invested in the stock market. We have invested in stock market and the value was only 80 lakhs. Can I say the company have to bear the additional cost of 20 lakhs or not and give you? That is defined benefit plan. Whatever is the promise given by the company should be delivered to you, the amount. So in that case, the risk is with the employer. Simple. Defined benefit plan. Yes, sir. So in defined benefit plan, these are the terms which you should have an idea. You should have an idea. Clear? Yes. Till here, I hope it is clear. Defined benefit, defined contribution. Contribution accounting is very simple, but defined benefit plan problem is there. Yes, sir. Now, what should I do? Should I explain in detail or should I just show the format? बताओ आप ही बताओ. Detail or format? Should I just discuss the format or detail? Sir, सोम सर ने बोला सर detail करवा दो sir. Chalo then, everyone. See now. This is an example which I'll take. Understand with this example, each and every term also will be clear. And once you do this example, all the exam kit questions you will be able to do. I guarantee that. Now see everyone, R Limited, it's my company. R Limited hire Ram. I have hired a person for salary of rupees 10 lakh rupees per annum. Yes, sir. Ram is entitled to pension, which will be 1% of the final drawn salary into number of years completed, service done. Expected growth rate in the salary is 10%. Each year, expected employment period. The expected employment period is 5 years. So, this Ram, R Limited, I am R Limited, it's my company R Limited. I have hired whom? Ram for a salary of 10 lakh rupees. Now, for how many years Ram will be in the company? For 5 years. So, this formula you need not remember. This is the calculation, each and everything I'm explaining from scratch. You need not remember this. Yes, sir. So I say 1% into the final drawn salary. What is the final drawn salary, everyone? Can I say the final drawn salary will be at the end of the 5th year? Or end of the 5th year into the number of years completed or the number of years expected to complete. The 10 lakh is the salary today. Now, this salary growth rate is what? What is the growth rate in the salary? 10%. So can I say at the end of the second year, it will increase by 10%. Then year 10%, then year 10%, then year 10%. So what will be the salary at the end of 5th year? If there is an increase in 10%, everyone, if there is an increase in 10%, what will be the salary? 14 lakh 64,100. This will be the out of this 1% is given. 1% is given. Yes, sir. So 1% of this for every year. See, the employee will work for the company today. The pension is given in future. Will the company recognize this as an expense today or in future? क्या लगता है आपको? बताओ. Matching principle, accrual principle, same ही. Matching principle, yes or no? Today, even though you'll get pension 40 years, after 40 years, 50 years, but expenses recognized over the period from today. Matching principle, yes, sir. So this into 5 years. So what is the total amount you will get better? आपको कितना मिलेगा? What is the amount after 5 years Ram will be getting? 73,205. 73,205 should be given to the employee after 5 years. Sir, ये calculation हमको करना पड़ेगा. No, no, no. You need not do this calculation. Who will do this calculation, everyone? कौन करेगा ये calculation? This estimate what will be the increase in the salary, for how many years the employee will live in the company. This will be done by whom? Actuary, not employer. It will be done by the actuary, not employer. ये जो भी estimate है ना, number of years, etc., it will be done by actuary. Like ACCA, it's a professional course, actuarial science. पूरा stats ही है उसमें. Now, chalo, coming back here. Yes, sir, this is the amount. Now, this is the amount for the 5 years. So, this amount is for 5 years. So, per year, what is the amount better? For the employees working for 5 years, what is the expense per year? 14,641. Yes, sir, 14,641. Now, can I say everyone, can I say this 14,641 is what? Is per year. Is per year. So the 73,205 divided by 5 years is 14,641. After how many years? After 5 years. So can I say everyone, in the current year I have to record expense or not? In the current year I have to record expense. Now this 14,000, which is for every year, the value is in future. If the value is in future, how will I consider today's value? What will I do? Discounting. So in future, 14641 is the value, but what is the value today? So I have to discount this for how many years? 4 years. See, the discounting factor will be for 4 years, payable after 4 years. Then again, third year, second year, first year, zero. So you have to discount this. Will you do this calculation in the exam? ये करना पड़ेगा क्या आपको? अरे नहीं करना है. You need not do this. This is for explanation purpose in detail. Your IAS 19. Yes, sir. So you will discount these values. Hanji, sir. When you discount this is the present value. So that is 10,000, that is 11,000, that is 12,000, that is 13,310. ये आपको नहीं करना है. You need not do this. It's only for explanation. Yes, sir. So this is the present value. Now this is the amount as an expense in P&L. So what we will recognize? Debit pension expense, credit pension payable. This 10,000 I have to pay after 4 years. What is the amount I'll pay after 4 years, everyone? 14,641. I have discounted this. Then what will I do? I will unwind it or not? Like your decommissioning cost, restoration cost. इसको भी क्या करना पड़ेगा? इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा सर ओवर द पीरियड. हाँ जी सर. Now, so debit pension expense, credit pension payable. Instead of pension expense, what is the new term we'll be saying बेटे इसको? This is known as current service cost. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Every year the expense which you record is current service cost. Current service cost will be recognized in P&L under operating category. हाँ जी सर. Instead of pension payable, what is the new name for this? Fancy name. Defined benefit obligation. Defined benefit obligation. Defined benefit obligation. Yes, sir. This will be your non-current liability. Then in year two, what we'll do बेटे? Can I say year two इसका unwinding करना पड़ेगा पहले? So unwind this debit interest credit defined benefit obligation, that is 10,000 into 10%. Then in second year also you have current service cost again बेटे. Current service cost 11,000 का. Yes, sir. Record this. Then what will be your non-current liability? 10,000 in the first year, 1,000 interest, and then again this 11,000. It will become 22,000. Then again in the third year, on this 22,000, unwinding this in will be recorded in P&L financing category, and then defined benefit obligation. ऐसे चलेगा. This will continue till the end of the fifth year. Is this clear? What does current service cost means and what does defined benefit obligation means? रट्टा नहीं मानना है. व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन? करंट सर्विस कॉस्ट और पीएनएल में जाए. अरे समझो क्यों जा रहा है पीएनएल में. अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई दिस इज गोइंग इन पीएनएल. यस सर. सो दीज टू टर्म्स आर डन. देन yes sir. Now everyone, now coming to the next term. So see here now, I have explained the first two terms. Oh, first three terms, 1, 2, 3, this done. Now coming to actual gain or loss. Everyone, actual gain or loss, where do we recognize better? OCI. This actual gain or loss can be reclassified to P&L. Can this be reclassified to P&L? Okay, चलो इधर आ जाओ. Now everyone, this formula which we are using here, which one is estimate here? ये जो फॉर्मूला यूज कर रहा हूं मैं, इसमें एस्टिमेट कौन सा है? Which one is the estimate here? Which one is the estimate? Number of years. Okay, ये estimate है. Can I say this final drawn salary is also what? Estimate or not? This is also estimate. But this 1%, is this 1% estimate? अरे नहीं बाबा, this is not an estimate. This is fixed. Yes, sir. So see now, the next term. If there are changes in the estimate or the assumption, assumptions are taken by whom? Actuary. Assumptions are taken by whom? Actuary. The discount rate, number of years of service, lifespan, for how many years this employee will live, etc. XYZ. The lifespan, everything. So now what should we do? When there is a change in estimate, can I say either your obligation will increase? Instead of 5 years, I say the employee will work 10 years. अगर 10 years के लिए काम करेगा, can I say obligation will increase ना? Yes, sir. Then define benefit obligation. There will be increase or decrease. So whenever there is an increase, everyone, Whenever there is a defined benefit obligation increase, so we increase the DBO and debit what? OCI, not in P&L. We recognize in OCI actual loss. Yes, sir, because the liability value is increasing. If the liability value is decreasing, it is what? Again in OCI. NR means what? Not reclassified. Not reclassified. Yes, sir. Is this clear? If there is a change in the estimate, how the accounting is done? Can I say if there is a change in the estimate and the assumption, it is always recorded in what? OCI. And this value will be given to you. You need not think a lot in the exam. Yes. Now, when there is a plan amendment, when there will be a plan amendment, can I say instead of 1%, I am paying you 2% now? I am giving 1%. Now I'm saying I will give 2%. This employee is very good. He's working very hard. Yes, sir. In that case, what do we do? See now. Year one, year two, we recorded on the basis of 1%. Year one, year two, 1%. In year three, the company is saying that we will give 2%. Now, whenever there is a 2%, can I say the entire calculation will change or not, better? It was 10,000, 11,000. Assume it becomes 12 and 13. So what is the increase in expense? What is the increase in expense? 4,000. This 4,000 you will recognize in P&L. You have to do retrospective here, but we will not do retrospective because retrospective is very difficult here. बहुत difficult है इधर. It's not easy to do retrospective. So the standard itself is saying what? The standard itself is saying that do the accounting prospectively. So debit past service cost in P&L, credit DBO. Credit DBO. There are 2 to 3 terms for past service cost. This is the one. There are other past service costs also. I'll come to them. But understood this one, everyone? This is a pass away. Sir, should we do the entire calculation? अरे नहीं बाबा नहीं करना आपको. The values will be given, just mention where it will go and what will happen. Simple. So with this, your defined benefit obligation is done. The obligation part. Any doubts to anyone? No? Okay then. Then coming to plan asset. Now, why will we create a plan asset? See, in future, I have to pay you all. If I have to pay you all, from where will I get the money? Huh? बारिश होगा क्या पैसे का? So that I'll collect and I'll give you. अरे no. What will I do? Every day I will invest. From today only, I'll invest saying that I have to pay you. So I'll create a plan asset. I'll create a basket. In this basket, every year I'll add money. So this plan asset is done for what? This plan asset is done for DBO to fulfill the obligation. Plan asset is created. So contribution in the plan asset every year I'll contribute. So debit plan asset, credit cash. Cash is going out, plan asset value is increasing. So plan asset we will show in balance sheet under non-current asset. Yes, sir. Sir, is the amount fixed here? No, no, no. The amount is not fixed. Simple. Then second one, interest on plan asset. Sir, if I'm investing, I will get return for sure. Yes, sir, we will get return. Now the interest will be same as the discount rate. The discount rate is 10%. The same will be the interest rate here. We will be using. This interest rate will be what, everyone? The interest rate will be what? The opening rate on the day one, and it will be what? The coupon, this your corporate bond or government bond rate. It will be given in the exam. Yes, sir. So I will say whatever is the plan asset value into 10%, this is my income. This income, what will I do, everyone? This income, will I take this income? Or we will again invest this? The assumption is that whatever income or the interest which we get, we reinvest it. So I'll say that debit cash credit PNL and again I reinvest this amount. So that is the reason. What is the net entry we pass? It increases the value of the plan asset and interest income in PNL financing category. Simple. So first term is clear. Contribution ka meaning कि every year we contribute in the plan asset. The second term should be clear, that interest on plan. Can I say this interest is expected return, not actual return? This interest is expected return, not actual return. Hanji sir. Then coming to actual gain or loss. Actual gain or loss, how do we calculate? See, plan asset, we add interest less contribution. Then I have withdrawn from the fund. Why did I withdraw from the fund? I have to pay the employees. The employees. Yes, sir. Then you have this value. Now I say the fair value of the asset is 17,000. In the market, the fair value of this asset is 17,000. So the value of the asset is increasing by 3,000. Is this your for sure gain? Is this your for sure gain? 9999999. So that is the reason we recognize this also in OCI as a actuarial gain. As what? Actuarial gain. Yes, sir. This is about actual gain or loss. Now see a very important formula. And total return will be what? Or your actual return will be what? Expected return, the interest one, plus actual gain or actual loss will be your expected, your total gain will be your total gain. Expected return, the return, that is the interest, plus what? If there is any actual gain or actual loss, you have to minus. Out of this, any one will be there. So that is your actual return. In one of the past paper, this is that. In one of the past paper, this is the answer. So with this also is clear to everyone, actual gain or loss. Now see, this is the format, everyone. I'll take questions. Good number of questions we have done on Excel. More than 12 questions we have done in a regular class, other than your exam kit. So, एक दो example मैं लूंगा. So see now, start of the period, yes sir. Then interest, then contribution will increase this. Benefit paid, can I say once you are paying the benefit, your plan asset will come down, obligation also will come down. Yes. Current service cost क्या करेगा? Will increase sir. Gain or loss on settlement, we will come to this. Past service cost will do what? Past service cost will increase your obligation. Yes sir. Is it compulsory that everyone past service cost will increase your obligation? ये compulsory है क्या? Past service cost will increase the obligation only? No. If it's reducing the obligation value, you have to reduce here. Above here, we have done here. Either it will increase or either it will decrease here. Yes, sir. So with it, this is done. Then you do the total, you compare the value which is given, you get the remeasurement gain or loss. On these. An important note, discount rate will be what? Corporate bond or government bond rate. And use what? The date, the first date. Day 1 today, 1st January, use that rate, not the closing rate. Then contribution. Can I say contribution can be done at the start also at the end? If the contribution is done at the year end, first you'll mention interest, then you mention contribution. Sir, today only on the day one only we have contributed the amount. Agar on the day one only I've done the contribution, everyone, can I say I will get what? Interest, income on that also, na? If I've invested today on 1st January, for the full year I'll get interest income on that. So read the question carefully. Then third one, benefit paid. Benefit paid also read it properly, whether it is paid at the start of the year, mid of the year. Yes, sir. This is clear to everyone. Then coming to past service cost, everyone. See now, past service cost. Past service cost is an increase or decrease in the present value of the defined benefit obligation for employee service in prior period, resulting from plan amendment, the introduction of withdrawal or the changes to the defined benefit plan or curtailment. Now, curtailment का meaning क्या है? Curtailment means reduction in the number of employees. Today, 100 employees were there. The company has mentioned that we will give the employee benefit for 100 employees. Now the company is saying that it will only be for 50. So there is a reduction. There is a reduction. So whenever there is a reduction, whatever expense we have recognized, reverse it. We have to reverse it. See, increase in obligation, decrease in obligation. What should we do? Simple. This is about your past service cost. Now coming to curtailment and settlement. Curtailment and settlement. So curtailment का meaning क्या था? Cancellation of the plan or reduction in the number of employees. So whenever it is that, so we'll reduce the obligation and we credit past service cost or gain on curtailment. Either you mention gain on curtailment or you mention past service cost, no issues. But the better term is what, everyone? Better कौन सा होगा? Better will be what? Gain on curtailment. Yes, sir. Then settlement, sir. Curtailment means we reduce, will not pay anything. We'll reduce the number of employees and will not give even a single penny. In settlement, what will happen? We will reduce the plan, but we will do some settlement. We'll give some amount. So settlement occurs when the entity settles the plan before due date. We had to give the pension after 40 years, but after 10 years only we are giving. We are doing the settlement with the employer. So in that case, I say the obligation is 20,000, but the settlement is done for 18,000. So what is the amount we will withdraw from the plan asset? We will withdraw 18,000. मेरे को 18,000 pay करना, I will withdraw 18,000 only ना? Yes, sir. So debit cash, credit plan asset. Then I'll do settlement. Obligation is reducing by 20,000. Cash is of 18,000 and credit what? Gain on settlement, that is 2,000. Gain on settlement, that is of 2,000. Yes, sir. 2,000. This is about curtailment and settlement. So you can see here, see, gain on settlement, we will reduce here. We will reduce here. Yes, sir. Simple and easy. So with this is done. Then you can see here the same thing is written here. Yes, sir. So now coming to the net defined asset or liability. Coming to the net defined asset or liability. So plan asset is that, obligation is that. So what this will be? My asset is 1,000, obligation is 800. Can I say this is a surplus? So in balance sheet, we'll recognize under non-current asset. If I say my plan asset is 800, DBO is 1,000, what will I recognize in net? A deficit of 200 as a liability. Then interest income and interest expense. Obligation is this. Interest expense is this. Fair value of the plan asset is 80. Interest rate. What is the net, everyone? If the net is what? 100 minus 80, 20, and then 2 is also the net. So this 2 net, which category? Financing category we will record. Financing category we will record. Yes, sir. We will record this in financing category. Any doubts to anyone? Till here, any doubts? Bata. No, na? I hope the terms are clear to everyone. So let me share the Excel file. Give me 1 minute. Can you see the Excel file, everyone? Yes or no in the chat box? Confirm me once. I hope the screen is visible, the Excel file. So please confirm whether the recording is also on or not today. Recording भी on है ना, एक बार confirm कर दो वो भी. Okay, 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 okay. Give me 1 minute. हाँ ये रहा. In the class also we have done question. This is regarding modification of financial instrument. Yeah. So see everyone, you can see this question. See, the following information is provided in relation to a defined benefit plan operated by C. At 1st January 2000 X4, the present value of the obligation was 140 and the fair value of the plan asset amounted to 80 million. So the discount rate at the start is 4%, 3. Current service, past service cost, benefit paid, contribution, present value, all this they are mentioned. So can I say first we'll do for 2000 X4? So for 2000 X4, what is the opening, everyone? ये क्लोजिंग दिया हुआ, ओपनिंग इधर दिया हुआ, देखो इधर 80 and 140, 80 and 140 I mentioned. Then interest I have applied at 4%. Yes, sir. Then current service cost. Am I audible, everyone? Yes or no? Confirm me. Some network issue. Am I audible? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, there's power cut, so I'll not be able to turn on my camera. So I hope I am audible. The screen is visible to everyone and the recording is on. Let me check. Give me 1 minute. SBR link. किधर है?
Recording in progress.
Hello. Yes, I hope I'm audible. So see everyone, coming back to the question. So the start was this one. Yes, past service cost. Yes, sir. Current service cost will increase this. Benefit paid. What will benefit paid do? In case of benefit paid, what will happen, everyone? In case of benefit paid, can I say it will reduce both the things? That is your obligation also and the fair value of the asset also. Yeah. Chalo then, chalo. Come back. There is some power cut. It's back. Now see. I hope there is no doubts in this. We have done this total. If you do this total, you'll get this value. And then we compare with this. We get what? Your remeasurement gain or loss. You'll get what, everyone? You will get your remeasurement gain or loss. This is clear. Then next year, what we'll do? This closing balance, which is there, everyone. This closing balance will become what? The opening balance for the next year. Will become the opening balance for the next year. Now in exam, will you waste your time doing the calculation in detail or will you do net off? What will you do? Chalo bata. Will you waste your time or will you do net calculation? Net, do not waste time. Yes, do not waste time. Hanji sir. So see here now, how should you frame the answer? Just mention simple points as we have done in a regular class. Where the remeasurement gain or loss and the liability will be recognized, the net defined benefit liability of 80 will be recorded under non-current liability. So net off means what? Sir, this is 80 minus 140 minus 60. 32 minus 5.6 minus sir. 0 minus 30 is minus sir. Minus 20 minus of minus 20 will become 0 sir. 25 minus 0 is 25. So this way you can do. This is the basic question which we have seen. This is about payment which is done in mid-year. This question only where I mentioned. See now everyone. Payment made in between. J company has a defined benefit pension plan. Whenever there is any amendment, whenever there is a payment, once amendment or payment is there, then after that consider the new values. Consider the new current service cost, the new interest rate, each and everything. So now J has a defined benefit pension plan. The plan asset were 4.1 million on 1st February. Okay, 4.1 million. And the obligation at this date were 4.8. The company paid a contribution of 680,000 in lump sum on first day. So contribution is done on the day one only. Yes, sir. The benefit paid to the former employees. Okay, the employees we are paying, which amounted to 440,000 were paid in two equal installment. So what is the first installment then? The first installment will be $220,000. So then were paid in two equal installments on 31st July and 31st January the next year. So 31st July we are doing the payment. Yes, sir. Then the yield on the high quality corporate bond was 6% and the actual interest on plan asset were 282. The current service cost can be calculated as 4.2 of wages and salary in the current year. The wages and salary expenses 5.9. Simple. Current service cost they have given. We have to multiply into the percentage and calculate it. Simple. The actual value, the actually valued the plan obligation at 31st January 2008 at 4.59 million. 4.59 million. So if you can see here, this contribution interest, can I say the interest you can see here? We have done this only for how many months? Only for 6 months. Yes, sir. Only for 6 months. Then the benefit paid is 0.02. We get the closing value. Same way here also. Then again the interest. Again, the interest will apply for 6 months bit. On which what, sir? On this total. On this total will apply. Here also same. Then current service cost will be what better? This 5.9 million into 4.2 is the current service cost. Hanji sir. Then benefit paid again, then you get this value. Then you compare this with the total. Now see, actually value the plan obligation. What is the plan obligation they have given? What is the plan obligation they have given? 4.95. They have given what? 4.95. They have given what? 4.95. Yes, sir. 4.95 is the value. You'll do this, you'll do the net off, and in OCI, what is this? A negative. This is a liability, so this will be recorded in the OCI. Hanji, sir. Any doubts to anyone? Very easy, simple. If there is a mid-year payment, how should you do? I hope you got an idea. Yes, sir. Now see everyone. Have they given this value now? Till here now, have they given what is the fair value of the plan asset everyone? Have they given? They have not given this better. उन्होंने दिया ही नहीं है what is the fair value of the plan asset, but what they have given, if you can see here, if you can see this point number 4, the yield on the high quality corporate bond was 6, and the actual return on the plan asset, actual return on the plan asset was what? 282. 282. So now what is the formula I mentioned? Actual return is what? Expected return plus actual gain or loss. So the actual return is 282, but the expected return was what? This plus this plus this. The yellow color one is what? The actual return. So this is the actual return. Now your expected return, sorry, my bad. Expected return. The actual return is 282 and the expected return is 284. So can I say for sure what will be there? Can I say there will be a remeasurement? There will be a remeasurement loss. There will be a remeasurement loss. This is the formula which I have mentioned you. Clear? बताओ मेरे को. Yes, sir. So see now asset ceiling we have not done. Let us come to E-gap. It's one of the latest past papers. Here you can see everyone. E-gap has a defined benefit plan for its employees on 31st December 2006. A defined benefit obligation of 7 million was reported as a non-current liability in this. So non-current liability. On 1st April, the plan was amended to provide additional benefit with effect from the present value. So after 3 months, what is that? After 3 months, there is a changes. So after 3 months, there is changes. Yes, sir. So now they have mentioned that after the amendment, the plan was determined to have a net obligation of 12.19. Here we have considered because of the improvement in the terms. The monthly service cost changed from 0.3 to 0.355. So can I say there is an amendment? Instead of 1%, the 1% has become 2% better. So whenever there is an increase, what we will do? That increase only we will recognize this as a current service cost. 0.35 into 9 months for the remaining 9 months. Yes, sir. And interest also will be on this only. Then they mention what is the contribution. The contribution they have mentioned is 4.1. We reduce. But now see here, what is the interest rate on the day one? The interest rate on high quality corporate bond is 5%. But on 1st April, it becomes 6%. Now, can I say for the first 3 months, what is the interest rate we will be using? For the first 3 months, the interest rate we will be using is what? 5%. But after that, what is the interest rate we will be using? 6%. So whenever there is an amendment, consider that and do the prospective treatment. We have changed the interest rate also here. We have changed the interest rate. Yes, sir. This was about your IAS 19 employee benefit. IAS 19 employee benefit we have done. Yes, sir. Now coming to the last topic, that is of asset ceiling in your Employee benefit charge. Asset ceiling. Now, what does asset ceiling means? So, when will this asset ceiling concept come into picture? Asset ceiling kab aayega? Asset ceiling will come only in one case. When surplus is there. When what? When surplus is there. When what? When surplus is there. So surplus kab hoga? Can you say surplus will be when the plan asset value is more? I say your plan asset is 1,000, your benefit obligation is 500. So the value is what? 500. 500 is the surplus. In that case, asset ceiling concept will apply. Asset ceiling concept will apply. So the entity should record this at lower of two things. If entity has a surplus in a defined benefit plan, it shall measure the net defined benefit asset at lower of the surplus, that is 500, or the asset ceiling, Now, sir, how should we determine asset ceiling? In the exam, it will be given. The asset ceiling value will be given in the exam. So what is asset ceiling? Asset ceiling is the present value of any economic benefit available in the form of refund. If the value of the plan asset is more, some refund you will get, or the contribution which we do in the plan will reduce because I have to give 10 lakh rupees. Already the fair value of the plan asset is what? 11 lakh rupees. So can I say I need not invest more? I will reduce my future contribution. The value will be given considered, but you have to mention so that you get technical mark. So let's say the value is what? It is 500. This is 300. The asset ceiling is 200. Asset ceiling is 200. So this difference of 300, where do we recognize? In OCI. We reduce the plan asset and we recognize this also in OCI. We recognize this also in OCI. Yes, sir. This is about asset ceiling. A very good question to be done. Columbia company. अगर करना है तो कर लेना. Asset ceiling. This is the past paper which we have discussed. Not past paper, basic question. Yes, sir. Now, chalo. Let us do question regarding this one. I hope everyone can see the screen. Excel screen. So this is a question which we have done in a regular class. As company manages a defined benefit plan for its employees. At 1st January 2008, the fair value of the plan asset was estimated to be 137 million and presents the value of the present value of the plan liability was 122. Yes, sir. 137, 122 we have recorded. And 4% is the interest rate. The asset ceiling on the day one पर ही asset ceiling दे दिया. Day one, that is 4 million. That is previous year balance. Previous year closing balance. Yes, sir. The details of the plan are given: cash contribution, benefit paid, current service cost. At 31st December 2008, the asset ceiling has been calculated at 11 million. Okay. Again, at the year end, asset ceiling is given. During the year, there was a plan curtailment which resulted in a gain on settlement of 3 million. Immediately, okay, gain is there on settlement. Immediately after the curtailment, the actuary valued the plan asset and plan liability respectively. Yes, sir. So see now, 137, 122. So what is the interest rate? 4% we use it and we record it. Cash contribution will increase the asset value. Then current service cost will increase this. Then gain on curtailment. Gain on curtailment will reduce the obligation value. Yes, sir. So this is the total and this is the normal accounting. Till here, there should be no doubt. Doubt will come here only in these two columns. So net off if you do, we'll get a surplus. What is the surplus we are getting, everyone? 20.6. We are getting 20.6 and the closing balance is 12. The closing balance is 12. So 8.6 is the loss. But see now, what is the asset ceiling on the day one? On the day one, on the opening date, the asset ceiling is 4. So what is the value? 4. So what is the reduction? The reduction is 11. The reduction. Instead of 5, we have to record this at 4. Instead of 15, we have to recognize this at 4. So minus 11. Yes, sir. Then the same, you would continue on this. This interest you apply, cash contribution, benefit paid, current service cost, gain. You'll get 9.16. Yes, sir. Now here we got 12. But what is the asset ceiling on this date? It is 12. Lower of surplus or this one? That is 11. I recorded 11. And this one where we will recognize? This one we will recognize in what? This one we will recognize in OCI. In OCI. Yes, sir. Now, when you comment, what you should comment? Cash contribution, what? What will the cash contribution do? What is the interest expense in P&L? What is the gain or loss on curtailment? How we will record each and everything you have to explain. But the important explanation is this one, everyone. The last one. If asset ceiling is not considered, what we will recognize in OCA? If asset ceiling is not considered, we recognize a remeasurement loss of 8.6. But if the asset ceiling concept is considered, we recognize a gain of 1.84. See here now. There is a net gain of 1.84 million, being the difference between the net plan asset and the asset ceiling. The gain is credited to OCI. If the effect of the asset ceiling had not been taken into account, there would have been a remeasurement loss of 8.6. If we are considering 1.84 gain, if not 8.6 as a loss. Simple. Clear? Same question, Columbia company in your past paper. You can do that. Very important. IAS 19, very important. As I mentioned, September attempt, December attempt, questions were not tested, but important for your March attempt. Yes, sir. Then coming to long-term benefit. Sir, long-term benefit, the accounting for long-term benefit is same. Only what is the difference, everyone? Can anyone say me what is the difference when coming to your post-employment benefit and long-term benefit? Difference क्या है? Instead of recording in OCA, where we will recognize the exchange gain or loss, the remeasurement gain or loss is recognized in P&L. ये क्वेश्चन कर लेना. Only one past paper is there. Please do this. Yes, sir. So with this topic is also done. Then coming to the last topic, termination benefit. Sir, termination benefit का meaning क्या है? Termination benefit. Here we terminate the employees. If we terminate the employees, we give what, everyone? If we terminate the employees, what do we give to the employees? If we terminate the employees, what do we give? Some benefit. Now the termination benefit, how should we record it? So see now. Now, read this point, everyone. Chalo. Recognition, very important. When we should recognize termination benefit. We will recognize this in operating category. When? Earlier of two dates. Earlier of two dates. The first date it was entity can no longer withdraw the offer to terminate the employee. The second one is what? Recognize cost for restructuring. Restructuring IAS 37, earlier of 2 dates. We should recognize the termination benefit earlier of 2 days. That is restructuring date IAS 37 or can no longer withdraw the plan. Which plans are? Termination plan. Whichever date is earlier, we record it. Yes, sir. In termination benefit, what? The entity will terminate the employees. Simple. So this is a question which we had done in the class. And same question is that in your exam kit, your past paper, same question. Where IAS 37 accounting also we have to do and IAS 19 also accounting we have to do termination benefit. Yes, sir. So with this part is done. Your IAS 19 is also done. This is the list of the past papers which we have done. Because E-Gap we have done, Layout Company, Columbia Company. Yes, sir. Hudson, Symbol, Hanford. All these questions we have done. Now these questions, Jocat, Moise, Sugar, also we have done in our regular class when we did consolidation, consolidated cash flow. Everyone, a question to everyone. In consolidated cash flow or in cash flow, IAS 19, what should we do? What is the relationship between IAS 19 and or what is the link between IAS 19 and cash flow? बताओ मेरे को. Cash contribution is an outflow. Yes, okay. Can I say only cash contribution we will deduct from the operating? If they have already recorded, if they have already recorded current service cost, past service cost, what will you do? For the current service cost, past service cost, what will you do? Add it back, add it back, add it back. Yes, sir. So must do questions are what? These questions are done. Sir, कौन सा क्वेश्चन करना ही करना है? I say this question is must do. This question is must do, and hmm, there is an amendment question. The long-term benefit not assets of no. Columbia company question. Columbia and this one for amendment, plan amendment. A very short question for 5 to 6 months, which we have done in a regular class also. Yes, sir. But these questions you can have a look. Yes, sir. So with this, your IAS 19 also is completed. Now I hope you got a little bit confidence regarding IAS 19. Yes or no? बताओ मेरे को. सबका आते आते विकेट डाउन हो गया है. Yes, okay. Yes, sir. Now chalo. The last topic, IFRS 8 operating segment. Sir, is this important? What do you think for SBR? ये important है क्या? 4 past papers are there. चारों कर लो हो जाएगा standard खत्म. September December 2025 the latest past paper, and March June 2023 September December 2023, and one is very old past paper. 4 past papers are there regarding this. So IFRS 8 operating segment. There are only 3 type of questions that are frequently tested from this. That is, one is about definition, aggregation, and quantitative threshold. Yes, sir. So see now, what is the definition? What is an operating segment? An operating segment is what? An operating segment is a component of an entity that engages in business activity which may earn revenue and incur expense. It's not for sure कि expense होगा ही होगा, or it is for sure कि revenue will be there. No, it may earn revenue. Then whose operating results are reviewed by whom? CODM. A CODM should be there. Why a CODM should be there? He should review each and everything, and the decision about the resource allocation also should be taken. Then for which discrete financial information is available. For which what? Discrete financial information is available. Yes, sir. This is the definition. First of all, it should be an operating segment. IFRS 8 is a disclosure standard, everyone. It's not any calculation or any accounting debit credit. Nahi hai idhar. It's about disclosure. First of all, it should be an operating segment so that we can move forward. Yes, sir. So operating segment can be divided based on what? Product, geographical area, customer group, each and everything. Will research and development be a operating segment? 3 past papers are regarding this only. Will research and development be a operating segment? Yes, if the conditions are satisfied. If not, no. Simple. CODM is not a job title. It either can be an individual person or a group of persons. Simple. So this is the points. Can the component generate revenue? Yes. Then the results are reviewed by a CODM. Yes. Discrete financial information is available. Yes. Then we say it's a operating segment. We say this is what? Operating segment. Yes, sir. The type 1 question is regarding identifying whether it's an operating segment or not. Then coming to aggregation. Sir, can we aggregate? Let's say I've identified 10,000 operating segments. Sir, can we aggregate? Yes, we should aggregate. It's not possible to show 10,000 operating segments in the disclosure notes. Impossible. So we have to aggregate. Now, when we aggregate, what are the 3 conditions? Aggregation should support the core principle of IFRS 8. Useful information. It should provide useful information to the users. Similar economic characteristics, not identical, similar. Here and there changes will be there. Okay. Then similar in key operational aspects like nature of product and service, distribution method, consumers, regulatory environment should be similar. Not all, 1 or 2 also we say we can combine. Yes, sir. This is about aggregation. Once we identify operating segment, we have to aggregate it. Simple. So with this question we have done. Then coming to the quantitative threshold. Sir, हमने identify कर लिया, it is an operating segment. We have aggregated this. Now, which one should we report? Which one should we disclose or we should report? Now, there are 3 quantitative thresholds. The first one is regarding revenue, asset, profit and loss. Sir, what is about revenue? Revenue means what? Revenue includes internal and external sales. The internal and external sales of the segment should be 10% or more of the total operating segments. Then, or the asset should be 10% or more of the combined asset of all operating segment. Yes, sir. So revenue threshold, asset threshold. Then coming to profit or loss. In profit or loss, what should we do, everyone? In profit and loss, what should we do? The profit operating segments we have to combine together. That is 2100. The loss we have to total it. The loss of all the segment. Yes, sir. We have done. Now we have to select the absolute one. Absolute one means what? We have to remove the sign and consider. इसमें greater कौन सा है? 2100 into 10 percentage. So that is 220. Greater, 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 greater. Yes, sir. Higher. Now if I say profit is 2000. Loss is 4000. Which one is higher, everyone? Which one is higher? In absolute terms, 4000. So 4000 into 10, 400. Then we have to consider which one is higher. Higher, 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 higher. Yes, sir. No issues in there. Done with this. So with this, the threshold is done. Yes, sir. First, second, third is done. But one important point which the examiner has mentioned multiple times in the examiner report also, what key that students will not apply this 75% rule. Once you're done with this, what is the other rule? 75%. What does this mean? The segments which are what, everyone? The segments which are reportable. The segments which are reportable. The segments which are reportable. The reportable segments. External revenue should be how much, everyone? The segments which are reportable. The reportable segments. External revenue should be more than 75%. Yes, better. No. First, what should we apply, everyone? Will you first apply 75% rule or will you first apply the quantitative threshold? Which one you will apply first? अरे फर्स्ट कौन सा अप्लाई करोगे आप? First, you apply all the quantitative threshold, and then you will see, whether the reportable segments. How did we decide whether these are reportable? Based on quantitative threshold, yes or no? Then what should we see? Then we have to see these reportable segments revenue, external revenue 75% or not. So if you can see A, B, C, C, 1000, 900, 700, this, etc. You have to consider the external revenue and you have to see it. Yes, sir. That is 800, 100, 300, 300, this total. And we have to compare with the total external revenue. Sir, if I say it is only 60%, then what should we do? If it is 60%, तो अपन को क्या करना पड़ेगा? If it is 60%, what should we do? The one which we have reported in others, should be disclosed separately. Should be disclosed separately. Yes, sir. Okay. Then what? Then the other point, what is the standard saying? Operating segments that do not meet any one of the quantitative threshold may be considered reportable at the discretion of the management. अभी तक जितना ही पढ़ा फालतू का है, waste. The examiner is saying what? The standard is saying what? The standard is saying that if the management wants that they want to disclose this separately, they can disclose it. Simple. Even though if the quantitative threshold is not being met, they can still disclose the simple. Yes, sir. So with this is also done, everyone. Yes, sir. So we have done, these are the past papers which you have to do. All the three questions are tested. All the three. Here it's about identification only. And here also, all the three questions are tested. And here there are separate questions from the investor's point of view. Yes or no, everyone? याद आ रहा है कि नहीं? The question includes what? How IFRS 8, what are the benefits of IFRS 8? So have a reading once. If it comes in the exam, it has been tested 2 to 3 times. So have a reading once. It's sufficient. So with this, your IFRS 8 is also done, everyone. IFRS 8 operating segment is also done. So today we have done IFRS 16, revenue, IAS 19, and IFRS 8 operating segments. I hope this revision was helpful to revise the key terms. Okay, sir, कैसे question आ सकता है? What are the points we have to consider? So tomorrow we will do what? Financial instrument, share-based payment. Then we'll take a break. We will do taxation. And then we will do small standards. Let's say IFRS 13, fair value, IAS 40. I hope everyone, these small standards are also important. 38, 36 IFRS wise, especially for this attempt. I'll upload prediction video, so please watch it once. देखना है तो देखो, नहीं देखना तो कोई इशू नहीं मेरे. But because last attempt we have not seen questions, so chances are very high. Last attempt the questions were yes. Any doubts to anyone till here? Let me end the session. Then any other doubts we can discuss. Okay. So with this, I hope the session was helpful. So if you're watching this on YouTube, so please do subscribe to the channel. Please do like. If you have any doubts, if you need the notes, please do message me or Chinmay sir, or you can join the group. The link is provided in the description. You can join that. So the other sessions also will be uploaded soon. Or if you want to join live, you can message me. So with this, bye bye. Have a good day. Signing off. Radhe Radhe to everyone and all the best for your exam.